Oh, speaking of resources, my channel is at 99 subscribers. I need one more to hit 100.
Somebody.
Sounds small, but I mean, I'm
Shameless
surprised
plug.
it's
A
growing.
milestone is a milestone.
It is. I can't
Gotta
wait.
get out of this.
Also, I just posted my review of I reviewed the first two episodes of Solar Opposites. So, oh,
Cool.
sorry, my TV's on. Solar Opposites.
Oh, no, that's me. I think.
Sorry. No, also my TV is on. My sound bar is on my TV.
Gotcha.
I'm ready to go. Like, I'm like walking around my room like a freaking like a stockbroker, like trying to do a deal or something like they in The Big Short. I'm just like ready to share my opinions. So these episodes of Kolyoko.
Yeah, I'm ready to like, cause like I don't actually have like a definitive like ranking system for season 2. Like, I definitely love some episodes more than others, but I don't know
Yeah,
which
there's
one I
a.
consider the best out of all of them. Like, there's none of them. Like, I
Oh,
can't
I
look at
do.
any of these
I
and just
do.
be like, I love these more than all of them put together.
Oh, I
I'm
do.
gonna watch Code
I
Lyoko.
do.
I start season 2 and then I binge to 4. I always skip season 1.
Oh no, no, I don't skip any seasons.
Controversial opinion.
But
It's all good.
yeah, but
Controversial.
that's all. I don't see it as controversial. That's your taste.
Yeah.
You know, as for what you were saying about it, I definitely do have a certain episode.
Okay.
I don't know if I should say it, but I mean,
No,
What?
keep it a surprise. I'm
yeah, I'm
I
gonna
want
be
to I want to be
surprised.
surprised.
You have to wait till part 2 next week. Part 2.
Oh fuck yeah, this is gonna take 2 parts.
I mean, well, it
Let's
depends.
just
It
knock it out in
depends.
one.
Yeah, I know that's not gonna. There's
Let's
no
knock
way
it
in
out.
hell.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, it
As
could
long
be
as
short.
you-
It could be shortened a little bit because we don't have Wazy. Unfortunately, today he's working. So
Oh.
Don't worry, I'll
Yeah.
pull Lazy's weight.
I know.
We do have
Well, either way,
less of a crew this time around.
Flower will be joining, or as
yeah,
people
I
see her,
think-
Laura will be joining
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I
fair.
think if we did like last time, we just keep the responses brief and not like I'm gonna try not to go off tangent. You know, I'll
Yeah,
do
no,
my
yeah, no
best, but, like,
tangents, no cutting people off. You know.
yeah, I
Yes.
think if we just do that, I think we could get through this.
Yeah, it
part
wasn't that
fast.
bad. It wasn't that bad last year or last week.
No,
Yeah, we
even
got
though it went
through
on
it.
for like 6 hours. I remember I left
5,
and I
yeah.
came back and you guys were still on.
I
I was like,
know,
what
I-
happened?
The
And
second,
here's the crazy part. I was doing errands while I was talking to you guys, which wasn't a good idea.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, but I was like, I was just having too much fun. And it just mind boggled me that we were streaming for almost 6 hours.
Yeah, for real.
Was it really that long?
no, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a minute before 5 hours. But yeah.
Yeah,
felt-
it
Oh,
almost
okay.
broke 6 hour mark. It amazes me.
No, it wasn't even close to 6. It was only 5. But
Yeah,
still,
but
that, from being the first one being 3, it's because the second half of season 1 was just a lot better than the first half.
Yeah, so we just had
Yeah.
a lot more to talk
Oh.
about.
I know we can't do don't see the cameras and stuff, but I was gonna share this with the group that I found. Jump scare, camera warning. So
Okay.
I was gonna show you.
Oh,
I have.
there's
It's like a coloring book that my friend got me.
when?
Oh no
Let's
way!
Yeah,
Recently?
so it's like
Oh.
a spiral book. So like you have the
Whoa.
spirals.
I've seen
It's
I've
cool as
seen
hell.
something like this before. When did that
jealous.
happen?
I wanted. Where did you find that?
It's on Amazon.
Yeah, it's yeah. But did you get that recently from somebody?
My friend got it for me for I think my birthday or something, like last year.
Oh, that's
I wonder how
okay.
rare that merch
I'm
is.
jealous alone just because that
Yeah.
awesome picture
Cool.
of Alita had a back
Any-
in the back.
It's so cool.
Anything Kolyoko is rare.
Is there
Yeah.
artwork pictures in there?
It's either
There
hard to
absolutely
I have
is.
this.
it's either hard to
I'm lucky
find
enough to got.
or too expensive.
Yeah, like I'm lucky enough that I got almost one of the remaining last copies of that were sale of the soundtrack on CD. The English
yeah,
soundtrack.
I got my CD. I got
Yeah.
cherish it forever.
Oh,
I wish I
do.
had that
I
CD.
do. I know. And I'm glad I need to. God, I'm very much lazy when it comes to videos. I need to work because I start my fall semester begins at the end of this month on the 28th, and like I have so
Yeah,
many
I
video
got.
ideas, but like,
Speaking of school, I've got substitute teaching that I got work for coming up pretty soon. So all of
uh,
my own adventures going on.
I'm currently unpacking my college apartment. Or yeah, for my college apartment.
well, I already got my textbooks a few days ago, and then I have a dentist cleaning. Like I might sooner or later have to pull my wisdom teeth out,
What
possibly
the heck?
sometime this year at the end of
That's
the
a
year.
7, 8,
that's a
9.
funny story because getting my wisdom teeth pulled is actually what led me to rewatch Code Lyoko. Like I found
That's
out
a
that all
great
the episodes were
excuse,
just
by the way.
yeah, they were just all online. And I
Oh
was like, oh,
no!
I got nothing better to do. I'll just rewatch all of them. And like, it just made me fall in love with with the entire series all over again after I hadn't rewatched them in like
This is
7 years.
Yeah, I had a similar thing happen during the 10th anniversary when the whole thing with the Legend of Korra coming on, reminding me of that time of Avatar: Last Airbender, the 2000s, and then Code Lyoko, and then finding people in my own school that remember that show kind of helped me have a renewed resurgence for the show.
Yeah. By the way, I know that's the necklace from like the necklace episode or whatever, but I legitimately thought that was like from like season 4. Like it was one of those like
Damn no.
underwater monsters.
That shit's more.
Let's see here. Group
No, that's
by
from St.
name.
Valentine's Day.
Hello, Laura.
Nestor.
This is not right.
Hello,
Oh,
Flower
flower.
Clock.
Group by. No, sort. Okay, fuck you. What?
I think St. Valentine's Day is before.
No. Yeah,
is?
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's not cropping in. The images that are uploaded are smaller, so it's cutting off some of the picture.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was gonna cut
I
off,
didn't
like,
either.
the digit.
Yeah, so I'm like, but like, I'm in my folder, but I can't get my folder to have these in order. Like, what? Jeez, what the heck's going on?
I
'Cause
even named the files
Yeah.
like based off the episode number,
Yeah.
so they should be in order.
I'm just trying to
Yeah,
like,
because
okay, date. No, it needs to be by name.
yeah. it
Okay,
has to
that's
be by
correct.
name,
Okay,
'cause-
hold on. Ascending, redo it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm stupid.
Those-
All right, this is fine. I don't know what the hell's wrong with my brain right now. All right, so I'm just gonna do it like this. Also, which one is there's one particular episode that I wish. Oh, it's the chips are down. So the chips are down should have been the possessed Nicholas as the thumbnail.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh, that would. Why? I know.
The fucking voice
Did
for
it-
that one was
yeah.
so good.
It's the only good thing about it. We'll get there. But that I just thought about it and I was hoping that was the thumbnail, but a
no,
lot of
I
these are
picked over being
really good.
being
But that
solely
makes
episode.
sense.
That's the plot.
Yeah,
That's like the whole plot of that episode.
Yeah, I
is
know.
that-
I just
yeah.
it's kind of sad that the Nicholas is kind of forgettable because I forget that it's because I don't like this episode that I forget that the Nicholas is in that episode.
Mhm.
It's all because it's mainly about the lottery ticket, and but I'm just like, man. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know your wife.
Yeah. So the numbers. Don't worry about the numbers. The people are in the stream. It looks like
Yeah, no,
Well,
episode
the
seven
numbers
is
I don't
first.
worry
Alright.
about. It's the thumbnails. I know
We'll fix them
are for
another
certain
time.
episodes.
But thank you to Flower because I knew that we had to do it, but I could not find any free time to get them done, and I thought I was gonna have some today, but I was hanging with my mom, and just it lasted longer.
It's okay.
Whew. It's a lot better now, so I hope it stays that way.
Yeah. Yeah, same here.
And I hate this because it
Well, I
always
think
shuffles every time I open this up. I'm gonna screenshot next time, but still, it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
To be fair though, I asked you days ago like what we were gonna do with the screenshots, and you weren't sure.
Yeah, I said I said I would do it. I
You
thought I would
made
have
that
had free
decision
time. I know. I thought I was gonna be able to do it. It just things lasted longer. My plans lasted longer. So, and because today's my first off day. So.
I kind of figured that if like we were gonna, if I didn't do something, we were just gonna waltz in and be like, okay, let's do the screenshots during the stream.
Dude, these are all in order all of a sudden.
No.
What the heck? Dang,
What do you got?
all these are correct. I didn't even have to shuffle. I didn't have to fix these. Holy crap!
Well,
No way. What the heck?
That's some
What?
good luck.
Wait a minute.
Oh my
And they gave us a
god,
pass.
dude!
Oh my god, Xana was looking out for us that time.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks.
it's all correct. Like, I had to switch a few around here, but all of this is correct. That's crazy. So we can.
Oh hell yeah!
Let me open up the channel real quick. Just have this so I can remember it.
Okay.
Videos, scroll all the way down. Episode 26.
So.
Okay, one moment.
Okay.
Just gotta do a little quick tweet.
Oh, dang it! I forgot to share it on the community tab.
All right,
Oh no!
boom.
What?
Dude, it's so hot. I can't even touch my fucking mouse.
Oh my god! Don't.
You got a
don't
fan?
Even.
It's on.
We
I
both.
mean,
We live.
I don't want to mess with the one I have blowing on me in bed because then I have to readjust it when I get in bed. Oh man.
Oh my god.
That's a what do you call it? I forget what do you call those things.
Humidity.
No, it's just like a personal. What do you call it? Small life problem. I don't even know. I can't even think of my words right now.
Yeah, I know. It is hot here in Texas. It is.
Yeah, it's worse for you down
You're
there.
in You're in Texas.
Yes.
We both live in Texas. He lives in North Texas, which I just
Better.
came back from vacation with my family, and oh my god, it's like
Oh, I
I
pity
feel bad
you.
for
I'm
my
so
little
sorry.
sister. Oh, my little sister, you pity more. She plays soccer. Sometimes she's had practice where it's like literally.
No, they should be
breeze,
practicing inside.
freaking
They
hot.
shouldn't be practicing outside.
Well, it's always hers are like late at night, but still like it.
No, I mean, it's 90s still at night. Yeah, I mean I hear the south is worse though, hotter. Okay.
Oh, it is worse here because of the humidity, and especially here in Corpus, it's just I go in like I literally will start profusing sweat when I'm doing my workout, like looking around the neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see Emu's comment, but Flower's got it. They cropped the images out, so we'll have to because the images I was given are like a little bigger, so that's unfortunate. We'll have to figure out the right we'll look up the right aspect ratio for that next time. But yeah, just know that these are in order now.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So 27. We're gonna begin now with new order. William's
All right.
first episode.
All right.
So let's see. What exactly
This is
happens?
like-
This is where they go and have their little field trip, right? Which I kind of like.
The
There's
field
Yeah.
trip.
Yes.
so much that
So-
happens this episode.
I like the
Yeah,
field trip.
including
This episode was a fantastic start to season 2.
Yeah,
It was
also
Yeah,
love-
this was a
Absolutely.
Yeah, I loved like my personal favorite part was the introduction of like the new monster, the tarantula.
Yes.
I love that thing's
Mhm.
design. It's so cool.
I hate when they
And I love,
stand
like-
though. I hate when they stand up. That's the creepiest.
Oh
thing.
yeah, that's cursed.
Pretty cool design.
That's straight up cursed.
yeah.
But I
Get
love
sick
like
bug.
Yeah, like I love how many
man.
shootouts Odd gets into with that thing, and apparently,
Yeah.
like I guess stats wise, he has the most kills on that thing because he hates like just having like you're a rival, I hate you.
Well, yeah.
That way you establish why you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a good amount of things. You get the new vehicles, like we said, the tarantula, and then you get a new character that is William.
Oh yeah, this is his first episode, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes, this is where he makes his debut.
Also voiced by
Hell
Jim
yeah.
Morales.
As the
Yes.
as the what do you call it, Flower?
Call what?
William. It is his debut, but he's here because he's here to ruff some feathers between Yumi and Ulrich.
Be
Yeah.
the third leg in the triangle.
Yeah.
Be the conflict in their relationship.
Relationship
Love
Yeah.
ruiner.
triangle.
Yes. The start of French
Just
animation's cliche of having to have a love triangle.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Yeah, I
Love
just
that.
wish. I know we'll get probably into more with William, but I wish he was fleshed out way more than just
Yeah.
what they made him for. I mean, I do have a lot of fun with him in season 4. Don't get me wrong, but before that, it could have been a
Yeah.
lot
By
better.
the way, I know Odd's thing is like a skateboard or a hoverboard, and Ulrich's thing
Mhm.
is a bike. What the fuck
Yeah.
is Yumi's thing? What is that?
it's just
The
its own thing.
overwing.
A
Like,
segue.
it's like a like a motor scooter but in the air, you know.
It's a hover scooter, basically.
Yeah.
It-
Hoverboard.
it-
There you
it's,
go.
it's like it's one of those water hovercrafts, just without the water.
Yeah.
Mhm. What else happens in this episode though?
Oh yeah, the boiler room
we get
thing.
introduced to the Hermitage,
Yeah,
and
this is the
when
boiler
Alita
room?
starts having the flashbacks, and we
Yeah.
kind of get introduced to the storyline of Frantopper.
Right, we get lore.
Yes.
That's what happens.
Oh my god, there's so much fucking lore.
The lore.
We get more.
Yeah, this is
Lore.
when we officially the show
No,
gets
not
its
there.
own little backstory
God.
lore begins to start to develop.
Yeah.
Better than a segue.
I mean, I think technically the show always had backstory. It just wasn't fleshed out until season 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is when the writers finally find like we're gonna do now a proper structured lore, a proper structured
Wait.
plot, a running little storyline that will be going through this season.
We've got more money now.
Wait a minute. I don't remember this being the. I know this is the first episode of the Hermitage, but is this really this is what he uses as his attack? I thought that was later on still. I thought he. So
According to
apparently,
the wiki, this is when he traps them in
yeah.
the
Yeah,
sauna.
this
Like-
is when he
oh.
traps Yumi and Ulrich in the boiler room.
No, but is it?
Is it
But
the
he-
boiler
but he-
room or is it?
He
like,
traps him in the Hermitage, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and so like they like he kind of like moves furniture to like run them over and stuff like that, like and breaking stuff. Like, isn't that this one?
yes.
Yeah, that's crazy. I thought that was later on, but that makes me like this episode even more because
But everything happens in this episode.
I know. I just didn't think it was this one. I thought this was like I thought it was like a field trip and something happens there. I didn't think you get the boiler room, the
No.
field trip, and the Hermitage attack. That's crazy. Man, what a
Yeah.
season opener.
Yeah.
Field trip with William. It's Aelita's,
Oh
the
my
Hermitage,
God.
Aelita's mystery, the Hermitage, the
Wow.
boiler room.
Right now
It's everything.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot
it's
happening.
the
in
Yeah,
this
S-
they
episode.
dump trucks
Yeah,
and
they
like
really
a truck
began
of
to
lore.
really-
onto
Season
this
two.
first episode.
Hey,
Season
everyone
two.
at a time. Oh, goodness.
Sorry.
Yeah, right now for me, we'll talk about it more, but right now, dang, I didn't know that S tier opener for me right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I do want to talk about like how like Ulrich and Yumi's like relationship kind of like it gets both tested and like expanded on a lot, especially in the boiler room.
Yeah.
Where like
Yeah.
they're both like back to back, and they're both like broiling literally. And Ulrich does like the extremely gentlemanly thing of being like go ahead and strip, I won't look. And this being France, of course, like she has to strip again for like the upteenth
Oh,
trillionth
boy.
time.
Oh my gosh.
But at least they did it in a way to where it actually like boosts their character, and it's not just like, oh, Yumi strips because she's a girl, haha.
It's
It
It's not.
surprises me how much Cartoon Network censors were able to get away with at the time.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cartoon Network, like, I can't even speak right now. Listen, when it comes to Cartoon Network and Koyoko, like everyone at Cartoon Network was just like, "Oh, this show? Never heard of it. Yep. We're not going to do anything about it."
Hey, maybe we got away with Totally Spies, right? I mean, hey, we can get away with this.
That is true. Yes, the Totally Spies got
I
away
mean,
with way more risky
They
stuff
did
than
censor some. They
Yoko
did. They did censor a good amount though with Koyoko. They didn't censor everything.
Yeah, but it was very minuscule, or basically they were planning to edit some things.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
like there are scenes here that when I look
France
back from season 1 and 2, yeah, France is different. I mean, very France is different,
Yeah.
but it's surprising the FCC and Time Warner at the time and Cartoon Network just got away with it. But
Yeah.
back to the episode. Let's see. We got there was a lot that happened here. We have vehicles.
I don't know which.
Does Hiroki show up in this episode, or is that later?
I think that's probably the next episode.
Because I know he makes his debut here
I think
in season 2.
It's somewhere in the beginning.
It's Hiroki.
Who
Yeah,
cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares?
episode. Maybe I can't remember if it was Uncharted territory or if it's like Yumi chilling at home while being grounded is when like Hiroki first shows up. I can't remember if it's that or before that.
Because doesn't he? No, that's later. I think. That's season
I
4.
think that was a later episode.
No, I'm thinking of when he was in the same school. I'm thinking of season 4. But
Yeah,
No,
no, I think exploration might be the first time we see him.
okay,
You're probably right.
interesting.
Because the
Yeah.
next is Uncharted territory, and that's the Alita drama episode. And I don't think Hiroki shows up in that. And then we jump into exploration. So yeah, exploration's the first time, but that's not this episode.
Yeah. Did we? Is it time for ranking, or
I don't. Flower, do you
I
have
think we
anything?
fleshed out everything.
I don't think Flowers would talk too much.
Yeah, well, I came in kind of late too.
You're good.
No, this episode is really good. It's a strong opening. A lot happens in this episode, but at the same time, it doesn't feel cluttered. Like getting thrown too much too fast.
And
it's
that's
very organic, very well paced. You get as much as I have opinions on the whole William situation, but here I think it's as like an intro to that, introducing him. I think that was fine. The funny side joke of Sissy trying to cheat out of her assignment, and then Hertz absolutely calls her out on it. That was fantastic. Yeah, and like you said, the boiler room scene. There's a lot. I could probably spend 2 hours just talking about this episode in detail, but I'm trying not to. So, it's a very good episode.
Yeah, and we can talk a little bit longer. We'll try to do our best, but since we're only doing 3 hours max, we'll be ending the stream at 8 p.m. Eastern, so we got 2.5 hours to talk about whatever we can. And continue later.
Yeah.
Right.
There's just a lot of plot threads get started in this episode.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing about this episode really is the Hermitage attack. It's the fact that it's the first appearance with the Hermitage. I honestly didn't think the first appearance was going to be the attack, using it to trap them and everything. I think that's a bad move on Xana, to be honest, to lure them to the house, especially Alita, because you're just finding ways for them to get more information to defeat you. So.
I mean, he almost got them. It was.
I know, but that was
still.
Yeah, I mean, he could have done that. He could have done that with a different house. Why you got to do that house with all the information? That's just. I just think that's a dumb move on Xana's part for how strong he is at this stage.
Listen, same dude possessed a teddy bear. This dude's intelligent, but he's not smart.
He has moments, but he definitely doesn't understand. You'll definitely see more of him trying to understand how humans work.
Yeah.
I do wonder if it was just more Xana seeing an opportunity, because Alita going to the Hermitage, I think that was that was just her. Like that was just her
I
like
heard.
stumbling into her own memories. And
I
then
thought.
Alita, Xana's just like, what if I use this as a trap? Why don't I try
Yeah.
that?
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought.
Well, also,
Well, I don't know what's.
he does want Xana. Or he does want Alita.
Yeah,
For, you know,
I just
plot
thought
reasons.
he was using the memories. I thought that was Xana's doing. I don't know. I know Alita has flashbacks, but I thought it was also Xano trying to like actually like lure her over there with the flashbacks. But
It's not clearly explained
because when
but
you remember,
it's
because when she
implied
sees
it's
those
like a mix of-
flashbacks, that's how she's like finding her way to that house. You know.
Yeah, it's like a mix of like both trauma and also kind of Xana. Because even when they take care of the problem, she still has those flashbacks.
Yeah. 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 That sucks.
So, all right, we should probably rank this thing before we keep going into lore territory.
I think we're
Yeah.
ready. I think I'm still giving it an S, to be honest. So
Yeah, I'm gonna say
you can go.
solid A ranking. Honestly,
okay.
like it's very close to S for me, but it's A in terms of like it does everything like really really well, but it's not like spectacular.
I think it might
but-
be the. Sorry, continue.
But like it's not like I'm not saying it's like it's not worthy of an S. I just think like personally for me, like there are episodes that like blew me away more than this one did.
I mean, I gotta find my old. I know like Flower, Wazy, and I made some like list of best and our like best openers and finales, and then our favorite ones. I don't know what I put, but if I didn't put New Order as the best finale or best opener, this one deserves it. I'm looking back at the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, and 4 have some strong openers. Season 1's the only one that's wonky.
Yeah. But I mean, like 3 and 4 are good. I think 2 is probably we'll see, I guess. But right now, I think 2 is the best one. I can't remember too much of the third. I know the fourth. I definitely know the fourth well enough, but I don't know if I would say it's the best. But J-Man, what's your ranking for this episode?
Ranking, it's an S tier. Like obviously, this was a very like strong start for season 2. I couldn't have thought of a better way they could have done it. And like the introduction of William, I thought was genius. I thought it was perfect. It was so short, but you got the point of Ulrich and William's relationship for the rest of the series immediately afterwards. It's like you can tell from like the look on William's face, the tone of his voice, that like prior to meeting Ulrich, he probably had to deal with Yumi constantly bringing up Ulrich every single time William was trying to finesse his way closer into Yumi's life. So pretty much Ulrich at that point was already a pimple on William's ass, which I thought was really cool to see. So I thought William's introduction was cool. The Hermitage, love that place, love the mystery surrounding that. Everything about the backgrounds, the attention to details, and like the Xan attack that happened in there, I thought was awesome. It was so good. It really was, man. It's just and Lyoko scenes were fun too. The tarantula and
I already
the
forgot about
scene.
that. I already forgot about that. Man,
Yeah,
there's so
yeah.
much in this episode. The vehicles in damn.
Yeah, the
Tell
vehicles
me,
too.
this is the
Love
best
the
opener.
vehicles. Love the
Best
attractions
opener.
too. Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait. So you
Yeah,
said
and I also
S.
forgot there was a new song in this episode. It was the scene where Ulrich was like trying to spy on like Yumi and William with the camera and stuff. There was a song that was playing
Actually, I
in
don't
there,
remember
which
that.
I love.
I have to look back at that.
I don't know. I was trying to look up the name for it, but I couldn't find
Oh,
it.
if
But,
it's-
like,
it's
it's
not-
a really nice song.
If it's in the Earth scenes, you're not gonna find a name for that. You have to.
Yeah, man. Because like,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It should release the official soundtrack.
I know, man. All right,
Anyway.
JT, what's your
The
ranking?
score soundtrack. Okay, so I had to really debate because I'm with you guys in the sense that I want to give it S, but at the same time, I feel like it's just like, yeah, it's a very cohesive. This is a very banging start to the second season. The animation's improved. Definitely, we have, of course, so much. The vehicles, the introduction of the Hermitage, the start of the whole lore that would be running this season, and just the Yumi Ulrich thing. Yeah, the William love triangle stuff is one thing that unfortunately kind of does weigh down. But overall, yeah, this was a strong, cohesive, very goodly structured because, yeah, like we just pointed out, there was so much that happened this season, and yet it doesn't feel like overwhelming. Like everything is structured well. But knowing later on, and specifically when we get to the finale of this season, just knowing the structure, the strength of the season, I'm gonna have to go for an A.
Okay.
Just because I feel like it's just too soon to bring out an
Oh,
S tier right out of the bat.
There's no problem with that. There's no problem with that. I
Yeah,
mean,
because-
there's definitely going to be S. I'm sure there'll be S tier episodes down the road, but I wouldn't just because there are going to be S tiers down the road doesn't going to make me change. That doesn't really make this one on S tier.
Oh, I understand. I respect
Okay,
you
that's what it
guys'
sounded
opinion.
like. Yeah. Okay.
I actually do think this is probably one of the stronger story oriented episodes in this season, and even in the show as a
Easily,
whole.
easily.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
it's a good
Like
a good
other
amount.
story episodes for sure, and they're probably
Mhm.
also going to get S. But like this is a
Mhm.
really strong story
Yeah.
episode, and totally
Give me the
they
chills
normally
thinking
do
about it.
stuff like this,
Mhm.
especially because this is the first time they're really diving deep into we're gonna be more story driven.
I could see like sorry, real quick, like just after watching season 1 and just people being like, this, a new season. All right, let me give this a shot. And they watch the first one, and just be completely like baffled. It's just
Yeah, that was what happened with me when I saw like this is the
like this
same
is
show I
Lyoko.
watched.
This is the same show.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you could tell with now Moon Scoop, they had like again the animation
They won with
looks
Ghost
so
Channel.
vivid.
Yeah, they got better. Yeah,
They
got
they
better.
knew
Yeah,
they knew what they were doing with the last episodes of season 1.
Yeah, just yeah.
Okay, so A, right?
yeah, A
Okay.
for me, Friday.
Flower, you said S.
S. Yep, posted in our live voice.
Yeah, just
chat.
want to make sure I didn't know you had a little bit more to say. Momo, if you're around. I don't know if you
Yeah,
heard any of it. Okay. I gotta
No,
figure-
I'm listening to all of it. I'm just
Okay.
being quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, I give it, an A tier, but like a high A tier. I think it's a great start to the new season. I think it's really well written, story driven, and it kind of starts the less of a one villain a day kind of deal, and I respect that.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. And Colton, what's your you have the tiebreaker.
Well, I was gonna go for an A. Well, no, like I'm kind of stuck between A and S here.
Go with
Like
your
there's so
heart.
much stuff.
Straight to your heart.
Like there's so much stuff that happens. Like you care.
Yeah.
Sorry. But there's so much stuff that happens at the start of the season with new characters, new. No, Sector 5 doesn't get added here, but like new characters, new vehicles, new enemies, just the whole 9 yards.
Hermitage.
And so, I really feel like I should give this an S.
Is that what you're? Is that your
I
final rank?
wouldn't say it's I wouldn't say it's perfect. I wouldn't say it's a perfect episode, but I still think that it is worth an
It's a
S
spot
ranking.
on. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, S for spot on. It's
I didn't even go for that. I love our
Yeah, I know.
I love our ranking memes with like this coming up with words that start with the ranking. That's S
yes.
tier.
Let's keep that meme going.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
Yeah, S.
There we go.
Yeah,
Our first
so-
one already for season 2, and it's the opener.
And it's ending S tier. Wow.
I know we
Yeah, that episode felt like a shonen anime to me.
Yeah, honestly, when
The
talking
was
about
so
it-
great.
and remembering the things that were in this episode that I didn't think were in here makes me want to rewatch this episode. It's just gotta rewatch
Yeah.
that show actually, but okay. All right, Uncharted territory.
Yes.
Right.
A new world appears.
Yes. So this is the first time I actually learned about the Punic Wars because, I mean, this isn't really something we're
Oh.
taught in school. Honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I don't. I know there was a thing in the show, but I don't remember learning that at all in my times in school.
And I was like,
Yeah,
what the hell's-
interesting.
I was like, what the hell's a Carthage?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
I
It sounded like
don't even know.
Carnage.
It does
And I know
sound
that.
like Carnage.
Yeah. And I mean, like this episode just like opens up a lot of things. Like it shows Aelita being weirdly homesick for the prison that she was put in, which is kind of like
Yeah.
it's a strange story twist, but in a way it kind of works because, like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Lyoko's like dangerous, but in a way it does keep you safe from the terrors of real life, where you don't get hungry or sick or don't have to worry about like plague or famine or thirst or
She
anything like
was
that.
left in there like how long?
10 years.
18 years, I think.
It's just more so that she was just used to Lyoko. She was used to even if it was dangerous, she was used to everything there in terms of how it worked, like every so often and stuff. And like being in Earth is like it was like getting out of her comfort zone. Like it was taking a while for her to get used to things, even if she
Yeah,
was
she
originally from Earth and stuff.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
felt
but-
in control while she was there. Like that was her
Mm-hmm.
playground. And then when she was taken out of it, she became, she was a big
was her
fish in a
garden.
small pond in Lyoko. And when she was taken out of that small pond, now she's in this huge ocean.
it was her garden.
Yeah. Can't really
If you get
create
what I'm-
use
if you get
can't
what
really
I'm
use your
saying, you
creativity.
understand.
Sorry.
The frick are they?
I mean, like, and they introduced Sector 5 here, which was,
Yeah.
I mean, the whole, like,
Yeah,
process
they-
of unlocking the code to get into it, the whole thing of
Yes.
showing off, like, what it was
Was-
about, the new monsters that appeared there, the Schifozoa, I think, made its debut
Oh.
here.
Yes, this is where we
Did it?
introduced to the infamous jellyfish of Lyoko.
The
Really?
literal, like, carrier of the plot on its
No,
back.
yeah,
Yeah.
but was that
It's-
really the first episode?
I think
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, it was.
it was.
Yes, the Schifozoa was introduced in this episode.
so.
I
Oh
remember
yeah,
that
okay,
too.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
and
and just-
another
I
back-to-back new episodes of New Monsters.
And like I just love like the realization of like everything about this place, about like how I think they discovered that this place is Xana's home, or maybe that's next episode. I'm not sure.
That's next episode.
That's next episode.
Exploration. Yeah, exploration. We go deeper into Sector 5.
Okay.
Here it's
Um,
just Aelita was
Oh.
just taken here
Oh shit.
like randomly.
Yeah,
And,
see, okay, you finish. Yeah, go finish because I have another thing.
Go ahead.
Oh, what is Xana doing again? Because Xana is literally taking now Aelita to where he lives in Sector 5.
Yes.
I know that, like, you could have taken her to any other sector for the Schifozoa to get her. And it's just like you bring her bring her to the Hermitage with all the secrets of Phantom and everything. And now you're gonna bring her to your home where you live. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, Xana? You are not smart. I know.
Actually, in a way,
I never thought about this
can
before.
work in a way.
I never thought
Well,
about
It
this.
kind of yeah.
Well, I think
I was gonna
in
say,
this case it makes more sense because he was under the impression that there was literally no way that the others would be able to follow him there. It was by pure luck again.
Yeah, I know,
that they
but
found the
why do it?
specific
I don't.
book.
You don't do that, Xana. You just.
Here's the thing,
It's a small percent, but with you can't underestimate Jeremy with getting with his super
Well, that's his
with
flaw,
his
right? The whole
supercomputer
point is that he
skills.
thinks he's perfect. Like all of his plans are like
The Hermitage
this
is.
isn't
I don't know
real.
what's more dumb, to be honest. The Hermitage or the Sector 5. 'Cause, I mean, like you can't risk that. Xana should be smart enough to not risk. Like, they're not gonna get into Sector 5.
I mean, like risk versus reward. This was like a
Yeah.
tactically like sound strategy, but the problem is
Yeah.
that they got lucky, and
Yeah.
you can't account for luck.
Yeah, I
when it
know.
comes to
Okay,
strategy.
I know it would be easier. I know Flower has something to say, but I know that obviously they did it. If he did it in a different sector, it's easier to get to her. I know that. I understand that a lot. But man, it's a risk, and he took it. I guess he was confident enough.
Yeah.
Flower, what were you gonna say?
There is a chance that at this point in time, Xana did not have enough power to summon the Schifozoa to the other sectors. He might have only been able to do it to Sector 5, kind of like how the Mantos could only be in Sector 5 until.
I thought that, but wait
Yeah.
a
It
minute.
does take him
So
resources to summon
again, I
monsters
have
in
my
specific
memory is
areas.
just sometimes not all there. So are we
I'm
saying?
not 100% confident in that theory, but it is
Yeah,
possible.
because
Wait, hold on.
the Schifozoa
Hold on,
and
Jay.
the Mantas would appear in other
Yeah,
times.
yeah, in season 4. But I thought the Schifozoa appeared more in Sector 5 in season 2, or is it really only Sector 5 for the season?
No, the Schifozoa
Yeah.
appears in the other sectors.
Yeah, so
He does.
So
It's
what
mostly
was
in
what was
5,
your?
though.
So I'm sorry, Flower. What were you saying then again? I guess I just.
So he does appear in other sectors later, like a few episodes, but it's possible that Xana needed like Return to the Past power, just
Maybe,
a little
okay.
more Return to
All
the
right,
Past
I'll accept
power
that.
before.
I'll accept that because
You know,
that's
like,
literally
in
what
this
he's.
Good theory.
episode and the next episode he could only do it for Sector 5, and then later on he was able to send him to
Okay.
other sectors.
I'll accept.
Yeah, that's a good theory.
I'll accept that because that's literally what his main goal is in the season, and that makes a lot of sense because there's a lot of theories that kind of connect to the same to the same idea of him, going back to
Maybe
time.
that's why that's the real reason A Great Day happened. He needed more
Yeah,
power
exactly.
to like push the Schipazoa to other sectors, so
Exactly.
it wasn't such a pain.
Wait, when is
to,
that?
Lita.
Great
That's
Day.
true.
Isn't that later? When is that? It's like close to the middle.
So,
I think so.
so all that aside, I want to say one more thing for why I love this. This is one factor for why this episode is like amazing to me. Like pushing aside Sector 5 is great. This intro to Schipazoa and the whole plot of trying to get Alita's memory for whatever reason is great. The ending of the episode is incredible. Because the entire time, like, Sissy's been screwing with Alita this whole time, just been bullying her relentlessly for no reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just being
like
a
that.
complete asshole, just being such a jerk. And it gets to the
She
point of where,
was.
they're all in Jeremy's bedroom and they're all just hanging out, and Sissy's like, "Oh, I'm such a bitch, blah blah blah," and then Ulrich's like, you have to shower for like the 5th time in a row or whatever, and then she's like, "Well, delicate flower like me has to be watered constantly," and then Odd's about to say something, and then Aelita comes in,
Aelita just
and
puts it back.
hold on, and then Aelita comes in, and she's like, "No, she's right, Odd, and you never know, she might just sprout a brain," and I remember the first
That
time I
was
heard her
like-
being like, "Oh, just losing my shit."
that was so adorable. I'm glad because it just
He
showed
has even
Aelita
bigger birds than he had in the
finally-
rest of the series, man. That's
Just I
funny,
remember
man.
throwing down my fucking hat, being like, "You got fucking served."
I say,
It was alright.
great. It showed that Aelita could stand up for herself and that people like Sissy would not walk over her. Like she finally kind of got like with everyone else. She found her confidence and didn't like.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's really kind of really like that moment there just showed that she could stand up for herself and that.
Yeah, and I think that was also this episode's way of like humanizing her more. It's like as the series goes on, she's becoming less robotic as she was in like season 1, and now she's starting to have more of her own personality, a sassy personality in a way. So where like as the series goes on, she's no longer she's less and less like taking shit from people, especially from Sissy and stuff.
Yeah, and I was
which
just
I
saying
think
that.
is really cool.
Yeah, can I just say like this
That's-
this show as a whole, especially season 2, does an amazing job of making it so natural for Aelita shifting from being like robotic to being human.
Yeah, I
I don't know,
agree.
it's
Like,
like,
this-
well, yeah, that's a season 1 thing, but yeah, because
Yeah,
she
that's
really
what
felt
I
like she was
like.
an AI at the time with that, right? I think
Yeah.
it was a writing thing.
yeah, this is way before the big revelations nearing the end, but like slowly we do see. That's what I love about Aelita as a female superhero character. I love that they grow her character development.
Yeah,
I
she's
love seeing
remembering,
that.
So, and she's trying, and she doesn't know a lot, so that kind of makes it. Maybe that's probably why it kind of seems a bit more robotic still in the early season 2. She's just trying to
Yeah, but-
find herself.
Yeah, but we see slowly and surely,
For
we
sure.
begin with this episode and
Yeah.
then more, we do see that's what I
It's a
love.
good
I
plot
love
twist, for
to
sure.
It's a great plot twist, and I just love that. I just love seeing a character of her status growing,
Hmm.
developing, becoming her own.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I love that formula.
Okay, let's. I didn't mean to get us onto that tangent. I apologize. I just wanted to say that just there because this is kind of the start of like that happening of her being humanized.
Oh, no, that's not a tangent. That's a great observation. It made me think that too. Okay, so are we good for ranking, or anybody else have anything to say?
I think I'm good.
I'm good.
I do have one more note.
Yes, please.
It's also
ahead.
a good lesson for Jeremy on pay more attention to your waifu when she's being a fish out of water.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
I do appreciate like him immediately picking up like Sissy's snide remark, like, "Oh, she went back to Canada," and he's like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
Eileen just went back to Lyoko."
Oh,
my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
we need to go deal with
Yeah,
that."
He's like,
yeah,
all right.
I don't know why
Yeah,
I
but that
fucking
earlier
can't
scene-
understand that.
The fucking panic on his face. He was like,
That earlier
oh my
scene
God.
of Jeremy
Nah,
saying,
he
"Oh,
knew.
we can make Aelita wait." that did kind of piss me off because it's like, what in the
Yeah.
world makes you think that's a good
Yeah.
idea?
Jeremy's like, all right, we gotta
Granted, he
go.
does.
We gotta go.
It's not as bad as certain moments, like in season 4 with the music thing and him not debating on whether to go or not. Just like, dude, like
That's
it's not
Jeremy.
as bad, but I'm just saying, like, it's just treat her better, dude. Come
Well,
on.
this is
I-
one
I
way.
do
Yeah, man.
think-
It's like she's.
Sorry.
Sorry. No. Go
No,
ahead.
go. Fine.
Oh yeah, okay. I do think like most of Jeremy's kind of dumb like relationship moments, it doesn't come from a place of malice. Like, Alita's not important. It was just more of an assumption of like, well, Alita's a person now, so she should be fine on her own. And he didn't understand that he probably easily missed that she's still struggling to adapt to life on Earth. So like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
if he had decided, oh, Odd can wait a bit, this is more important, like if he had agreed
No.
to meet him up somewhere, like that probably would have been fine. It's just that he's not used to dealing with Aelita's adjustment period just yet. So
It's also like
Yeah.
his
Yeah,
first
it hasn't really
time.
sunk into his head that Aelita is like a different case from any of his other friends who'd be like,
Yes.
yeah, it's okay, let
Yeah.
him
I mean,
wait.
it
Yeah,
is
it's a whole
she is
situation.
different, but like he kind of made some baseline assumptions that were incorrect. So
Yeah, that's also his first time being in like any kind of like real relationship with a girl. So I imagine that kind of also plays into it where
Yeah.
like,
It's a
he
good
even
guess,
says
too.
at the end at the episode where he's like, I promise I'll spend much more time with you. You know,
yeah,
and that's
Oh,
wholesome. And
yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah.
And I'll also say this is another way in which Xana and Jeremy are similar. Both very intelligent, both very stupid. Where it counts.
Yeah, very true.
Okay. Who wants to rank it first?
We'll start from the top.
Okay. You know what? Just because this was always like an A for me, but just because it both introduces Sector 5 and gives us that incredible burn by Alita,
Oh my God.
which I believe just gives her the most humanity out of anything out of all the future seasons, bar none. That burn is just incredible. I'm gonna give this an S. That's just
Okay.
insane.
Well,
Okay.
that's a bit crazy. I would. No, I wouldn't use that to rate it as S or even A, but it is her best response to a sissy comment I think ever, and even with that being her only one, it's kind of like I didn't think it was.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but I didn't like go too crazy about it. But
Well, for me, it also introduced like Sector 5. And
no,
also,
yeah,
like,
yeah. Now
gave
this
the introduction of
I don't.
Alita being human.
It's not definitely yeah. I still don't think it's as strong as New Order, but it's definitely a good like next episode at introducing even they're still introducing more things. Like you just got a lot from that season opener, and now you're getting even more stuff. But I just didn't think it was as strong. I like the episode a lot, but I think I'm gonna stick with somewhere around the A. So
Fair enough.
J-Man.
All right.
And by the way,
yeah, I
your
think this is.
mic is a little. I need because I want to catch it before I keep forgetting.
Is it
but
cutting up again?
It's
Is it cutting up?
it's more like it's
little.
making those popping sounds, and I think your voice is a bit too
Yeah,
high, like not high, loud. I don't know,
Yeah,
and
you
I don't have to like
flip
maybe
it a bit.
unplug it or plug it back in. I don't know what it is, but it's just that same popping sound.
might need to
Yeah, I
adjust
like
the
it.
sensitivity too. That might help a little.
Yeah, because it
Alright,
sounds like it's a bit like
You can actually skip
clipping.
me for now. I'm gonna try and fix this.
Okay,
Yeah, it sounds a
JT.
bit like
I'll get my answer later.
Okay,
Okay.
JT.
So, while I agree with A1, I don't think this is S tier like New Order. I think a solid A, because again, we get introduced to Sector 5, we get introduced to those lizard things, we get introduced to Schizozoa. We get a little bit more, the whole Project Carthage thing, which I don't remember even learning that during my associate's degree time at college. So, yeah, this is a solid A, in my perspective. A solid A,
Okay.
episode.
All right. Flower says A+.
Yeah,
Anything
it's
else?
very good. It's a very strong episode. The only reason I don't put it as an S is just because it's not as like story driven
Mm-hmm.
or as iconic as some other S ranked episodes, but it is still a
Yeah.
very good episode.
Yeah.
Love the Aelita arc here, that whole exploration of what it means to live as
Yeah.
a human, or rather a relearning. 'Cause
Right.
she forgot, but
Sad.
you know,
I,
Bad,
you're not
yeah.
supposed to
I
know
think I'm
that
good now.
yet.
Yeah,
You?
yeah. I mean, when you do know it, it's still it's still true because she's just
Yeah.
been gone so long. And she was young.
Oh, and yeah, even in her past life, she was homeschooled. So like
Mm-hmm.
dropping into like a boarding school, like
Yeah.
yeah, she has her friends, but she has no adult, no parents. It's just her and a couple of other kids her age. Like a lot.
All because to keep her safe, more than just any other reason. I feel like now I'm thinking about it. Like she's homeschooled because France was a hopper or. France was a hopper. France was a teacher, and I think that's what they find out in this episode.
No. That was that's the next one, Mr. Pup. After that is where we get
well,
introduced more.
I don't care. Either way, they
You don't think?
Maybe
It's
no,
like
no. You know what? Yeah, I think it was this episode.
Yeah, okay.
I'm thinking about something else.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
anyways,
I'm bad.
France Hopper being a teacher, and actually, where am I going with this? Because I was gonna say, having Aelita homeschooled. I mean, if she could have, I don't know why. I mean, I guess because France is too busy, unless Anthea is somewhat a teacher too.
No, I think Aelita does mention that in season 4 when more
but
about
just,
her
like,
identity was revealed. I think she was homeschooled by France.
No, yeah, it's just France had a lot on his plate to be able to do that. That's crazy. But okay, Momo's Stefan, Colton. What's your ranking?
A.
Okay. And you know,
Just A.
yeah, look at that rhymed. And then back to J-Man.
Okay.
You sound
Yeah,
a lot
I think
better.
this is. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I think this was a really good episode, and I think it was also a great follow-up to New Order because it was a really good idea for them to make this an episode about Aelita adjusting to this new setting that she's obviously not used to in. And one of the best scenes in this episode is the lunchroom scene with Aelita being alone and stuff like that, and everybody telling her to hurry up, pick your food, or her not knowing when to sit because none of her friends
Dude,
are there.
I hate
aside
those. I
from
forgot
Yumi,
about
but-
those scenes.
But no, like that episode made me so uncomfortable, man.
Yeah.
Like I remember like
It
getting
felt
so
too
emotional.
real.
'Cause,
It
like,
felt too real.
yeah, like
felt too real.
yeah, man. That's one of the things that the show does great on, especially this episode, because it really can make you. It really makes the audience put themselves in the shoes of these characters, and that's exactly what happened with me and Aelita in that scene and stuff like that. And I also found that this episode was also another like testing factor as to whether or not the audience is gonna like Sissy. Because look, I can see why Sissy messes with Ulrich and Yumi, or rather Yumi in this case. I still don't know what she has against Aelita. Like her relationship with Jeremy has nothing to do with her.
She's the new girl. That's the problem. She's just the new girl. You know, the new girl.
That's true. That's true. Like she's a new girl and stuff like that. And again, like from like the prior episodes of season 1, like she was like, hey, the only reason like I'm like constantly like getting in the lives of the LWs is because I always wanted to be a part of their group. This episode or episodes like this where she's acting this way gives me the feeling that she has no idea how to behave herself, or rather she has no idea to like express to the LWs of how she can integrate herself with them.
Yeah.
She has no idea of how she can get into their friendship group. So it's like her own flaws in this sense, to where it's like I don't hate her, but I can understand people having a lesser opinion of her because of her actions in this, because she's being an asshole. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say like this is an A tier episode for me. I really loved it. The whole Aelita stuff and even the Lyoko scenes are really good. Sector 5 and such.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it.
What you said just made me realize something. I think Sissy, there's a very good chance Sissy is jealous of Aelita. because
Oh yeah,
Alita just
she is
shows up
jealous.
and she's
No, yeah.
already
Oh,
ingratiated,
God.
and so
Oh,
she's
like,
just like, I've been
absolutely.
trying for years.
For sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
They
that
tried
sounds
for years.
about right.
She did it in
absolutely.
one
That
day.
is
She
a
just-
good point. Yeah.
Yeah,
that is a
oh,
good point.
she just appears and then is already a friend as she is like introduced.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely jealousy.
Yeah,
And
man.
with her
It's like
character
every time
already.
Sissy comes, yeah, every time Sissy comes around, like the LWs just shoot her off, make fun of her, or as in this episode, as you
she's
guys already
such a
mentioned,
bitch.
like she gets roasted and stuff. But again, Alita comes in after one day, they already love her. So
Yeah.
yeah, jealousy can definitely be a part of that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wish. I know this is an Echoes thing, but like the last episode. But I really wish they would have just said what they said in Echoes way before, like, because this is this is why this is like a thing, and Sissy's just trying to be part of this group
Yeah.
so bad, and she does a pretty bad job at it at the same time, though. But
Yeah.
I
Did
think
Momo
that's
give her
everybody.
opinion of the episode?
No, she's has to step away, but we have all of them are A's pretty much, so it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't. I mean, I would like to hear her opinion and ranking, but looks like it's going to be an A for this episode.
Okay, A
Fair
tier.
enough, fair enough.
A. Inserted in the A tier, good sir.
All right, and now we're on to exploration.
Exploration.
This is a fun one.
I don't really remember this episode too much.
Do you want?
I
have
do.
a quick summary.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so this is the episode where they make plans to explore Sector 5 because they want to learn more about
Mhm.
it, but then Yumi gets caught staying up late one too many times, and her parents are
Yeah.
like, hey,
I
what
remember
you
this now.
doing? She's like, I'm studying. No, you're not. You're lying, so now you're grounded until you tell us what it is you're up to. And
remember.
that's the whole conflict of this episode is they're doing this mission. Yumi has to step out because, Jeremy's like, try to win back your parents' trust. And then they go to Sector 5. Ulrich and Odd get devirtualized and they don't rematerialize because apparently Sector 5 has different rules. So then Jeremy freaks out and he's like, oh, okay, we have to get these codes, but Alita can't do it by herself because she has no powers. And so he calls in at Yumi. So Yumi goes to her room pretending to go to sleep, but then she sneaks out. Her parents catch her, realize she snuck out. They go to the school. They get Jim and Delmas involved because Sissy ratted them out. And then they go to the factory to confront. So after Jeremy, Yumi, and Alita all get the codes and bring Oregon Odd back, they run into Jim, Delmas, and the Ishiyamas going, what's going on? What is all this? And then they
Return to the past.
Yeah, they return to the shenanigans ensue, return to the past happens, and then we cut to Yumi walking, like her parents walking Yumi to school, and they're like, are you still not gonna tell us? And Yumi's like, okay, fine, I'm in love. And apparently that seems to ease the constant lying and the constant staying out because apparently she's no longer grounded. So yay. But that's this episode in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I loved getting to delve deeper into Sector 5. I loved
Yes.
like just being able, like, the whole, I mentioned this before a little bit. Oh wait, no, I don't think that was on recording actually. I love the whole excuse me, the whole timer aspect of Sector 5, how it promotes so much anxiety and so much like, like you gotta go. Like if you don't press the button, like what's gonna happen? Like we don't find this out for a little bit, what happens if you don't press the button. But it's like you really want to press that button because bad stuff happens all the time in the show. And we really don't want more bad stuff to happen. And it gives me these vibes of like, if anyone here is familiar with Legends of the Hidden Temple, which was like this game show that premiered on Nickelodeon.
Yes.
It always gave me those vibes, and I love that show so much, and it gave me similar vibes to this, where it's like, you gotta get this thing in 3 minutes, or in this case, 3 imaginary minutes, because it's as long as the show writers want it to go. But, like, I just loved it a lot. I love seeing, it was, and also I like their, like, formation as well. It was smart to have Ulrich go first, because he was the fastest, and be able to just scout ahead, while, like, having Odd in the middle and Alita in the back. It was just like, it was smart of them to go with that formation, while they were traversing through, and they eventually just, learn more about everything and discover that this whole place is Xana's home. And that, like, pretty much if they have, like, a big problem that they're not familiar with, that this place pretty much has all the answers they could ever need, which is pretty awesome. That, like, now there's like a big issue, like well, maybe Sector 5 has something, maybe there's something here. And it's always, then it's like, oh no, the Mantis are coming, and now this, like, you're on another kind of timer. It's just, there's always pressure. There's always pressure when you're in Sector 5, and I love that, like, there's always something going on when you're in this place. Like, there's always something to watch out for, which keeps things exciting whenever there's going to be, like, an episode focused on having to go there for some reason.
Yeah, that's what Xana needed. He needed, like, a silver monkey that they would have to build or something.
Yeah.
That would have did the trick.
The one thing I'm a little sad about, and is that, like, this is Xana's home, but we never actually see Xana here. I was hoping we get to see him, like, physically, because this is
Honestly,
where
that's
he
one of the
lives.
best parts about his character.
Like
He's
that,
threatening
no.
without having a physical presence.
Yeah.
It's not like
That's its own debate. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, you're
That's-
right. You're right.
that's-
It's like a different point of view.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
think
but-
that's
But, like, for this episode in particular, like, I loved everything about
Yeah.
that. And as for, like, Yumi's parents and everything, there's a future episode where, like, that whole thing about, like, oh, it's, you're seeing a boy, oh, it's fine. That gets, like, thrown out later, and I have my own opinions on that sort of thing. But, I don't know. Like, I kind of wish her parents were a little less strict. Like, instead of just kind of being, like, I don't know, a little more understanding, I guess. Like, maybe not, like, digging too much into her private life. They're like, we're going to be more strict and kind of, like, strong-arm you into telling us what's going on. Like, maybe just accept there's some things that, if her grades aren't going down and she's not getting into trouble, then maybe don't worry as much. I'm not, like, a parent or an expert or anything of that sort of deal, but, like, I don't know.
I have a counterpoint.
It always just kind of bothered me, I guess. What's up?
yeah.
Because I think the parents, it is very reasonable for them to be concerned, because Yumi is a 14-year-old or maybe 13-year-old, depending on who you ask, child.
You're the oldest. She's the oldest. So.
Yeah, she's the oldest, but she's still very young, and she's out
Yeah.
who knows where at, like, all hours of the
Yeah.
night. And
Yeah.
they tried to ask where she was, and she wasn't responding because she was busy on Lyoko, and she couldn't get their
Of course.
cell phone calls. So, like, yeah, and then when they catch her sneaking in late, they ask her, where have you been? And then she said, I was out studying. And then they find out that she's been lying to them. And then, yeah, I get why they're scared. Like, their kid is doing who knows what at what all hour, weird times of night, and not telling them, like, what she's doing. Like, of course they're concerned. And honestly,
Yeah, that
they
makes
are
sense.
actually more, they're probably more chill than I think they should be, because once Yumi gives them something of an explanation, they kind of back off a little bit.
Which is very weak. Which was so weak. But at the same time, I mean, like, you have to be in Yumi's shoes. Like, she has to keep the secret. Like, it's a hard juggling. Like, she doesn't like to lie to her parents, but, like, like, they're not, I mean, they're chill with this. I mean, I don't think they would take the situation of, oh, I'm going to this virtual world trying to save the world type. I don't think that would fly well. So
oh yeah, no,
she
it's
has to come up with
understandable.
something. Yeah.
It's understandable that Yumi doesn't want to tell her parents what she's up to, but from their perspective, the fact that they don't know is very concerning. It's like, we kind of, like, they actually give her quite a bit of independence, but at the same time, like, they're her parents. They kind of want to know what she's up to. They want to make sure she's staying safe. He could be involved in gang violence for all they know. Like,
Exactly. If your kid is out past like 9 p.m. like constantly, and she's lying about you, like in terms of like telling her parents like where she's been, that's already a red flag by
that's
default.
multiple red flags.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Very multiple red flags. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm a little bit biased because we are, like, mostly seeing this from, like, the kid's perspective and not the parents.
That's understandable.
Yeah. Yeah, this show hits different when you become an adult and you're just like, wait, these kids are doing things they shouldn't, but that's a whole other discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's all good. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. Does anyone else want to say anything about this episode?
I actually really liked the Yumi's plotline. That's the arc that set or plot, I guess, that stuck with me with this episode more so than the exploration, because the exploration's cool. And don't get me wrong, it is fun learning about mantas and the buttons, and Sector 5 is one of my favorite sectors for a reason. But
Yeah.
the Yumi's plotline and that conflict with her parents, it's one of my favorite parts of this show, where it like really shows that conflict between like the lives they lead, like the double life. And it's just like, yeah, sometimes stuff like this is going to happen. Like Yumi especially, she is vulnerable to having to account for like where she is to her parents in a way that none of the other warriors are. And like, and it eats her up inside too, because she doesn't like lying to them. And it's like, yeah, it's a very like reason. I think it's a plot line that resonates with some other kids who just like have their own things going on they don't want to tell their parents about, but they also don't like lying. And like, and it also, it's an exploration of the Ishiyamas too, in a way. And also it's how we meet Hiroki for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hate
Ooh.
him. Hate him.
I like him. This episode's not his strongest
Damn.
debut.
Hate? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair, but hate? You know, it's
I don't
funny.
know. Not now. This is not the time for it.
Oh, really?
Let's
You guys
wait.
a worst
until-
episode?
That's probably yes.
All right.
Oh, you know
Sorry.
what? I was gonna say, like, I don't know if anyone mentioned Kiwi getting involved and weaning them to, like, Sissy knows where Kiwi is, and she uses him to get everyone to the factory.
I totally
Yeah.
forgot about that plot
Oh
line.
yeah, that is true.
I was gonna say one more thing before we get into the other parts of this episode. I think a scene that specifically sticks out to me is when Yumi's in the bathroom and she's just kind of calling Jeremy, just be like, "Hey, you guys doing okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're fine." She's like, "Okay," and then she just kind of sinks in the bathtub, like with this melancholy feeling. And I'm like,
Oh, mood.
"Yeah."
Mood.
At least she has her cell phone to
Wait,
call them. She's
hello?
not grounded to the point where she's lost her cell phone completely. But yeah, just for constantly thinking about them too. Like, I don't know. Anyway,
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, there's other stuff of this parts of this episode, like Kiwi leading the parents and this faculty to the factory.
Dude, what's going on?
Like, Sissy just casually knows where Kiwi is.
I know.
Which is a theory that the podcast Without Danger guys have, is that like everyone knows
Dude, I
about
can't hear
Kiwi at
you.
the school, like all the kids do, but not any of the teachers. And they're like,
Yeah.
for like most of the
Which
kids,
is
it's, like, their
weird.
support dog.
Kiwi's like their mascot, basically. They all love it.
Yeah. Yes.
Does anyone in Discord hear me?
Oh, this is also
Nope.
I think this is also the episode where like we see the infamous Yumi photo where like someone, you know, the text is where someone put the whole text of the Koyuka theme song on her head. I think that happens in the
Does it?
the outro of the episode.
Huh.
There he is.
What happened? Audio issues?
Yes.
I'm seeing the live chat. It says someone says we can hear you.
Yeah, I was talking. I was to see if it, but the chat could hear me. But that was weird. All right, we're good.
I can hear you. We could hear you.
When I was you were, I was like repeatedly saying, "Can anyone hear me?" in the past minute. So I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, we didn't hear
Oh.
that.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying.
Oh, huh. That was
Great,
weird.
Xana's out.
I know,
Great,
Xana, bro.
Xana's taking over
It's all
us.
good.
Xana at work. Also, hi.
Hello.
What do you think about this episode? Or did you already? I don't know.
Me or Momo?
Momo.
Fine. It's, you know,
Me too.
Fine.
it's
Yeah.
one of those episodes. It's kind of just like, yeah, it does start to play into like more reality checking, you know, like they're being like, yeah, the parents are getting suspicious. Like that's, you know, like we're gonna acknowledge that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Are we ready to rank it, or we have? Is there more to share? Talk about?
I'm good.
I think we discussed everything
Yeah.
Yeah.
possible.
All right. A1.
Did we mention the joke of Jim saying, "Oh, remind me of the time I worked in the sewers"? You used to work in the sewers, Jim.
Ew.
I'd rather not
yeah,
talk about
sanitation.
it.
Yeah, that's a good not talk about it. I don't want
Was
you to
this
talk
his-
about it.
Was this his first? I'd rather not talk about it.
Look, no, he's
We're
got
gonna
really
talk about it.
in
It
the
might be.
3 episodes into the season
I
2.
think.
Okay.
I think. It
What a
was,
first
yeah,
one to
but-
use. Sewers.
I'll double check the scripts. I think this is the first.
Yeah, because I am curious now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right,
Best running
A1.
joke.
We'll start with you as always from the top.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an A. Honestly.
Okay.
Like it's pretty good. I like delving deeper. I like the Yumi storyline. I liked, I know I didn't talk about it whatsoever or bring it or completely forgot about it actually, but I actually like the little like side thing with them like following the dog down the sewer and then eventually leading back up.
For me, I don't know.
But yeah, I'd give it an A. Like I thought it was pretty good. I really liked the tension behind it, and Yumi really came through for this one. It was really solid.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So that is the first.
That's
I'd rather not talk about it line from Jim, and I'm happy. I'm okay with that because I think it's funny that it's the sewer one. But anyways, I was stuck between like I don't know. I guess A is the highest because I was thinking B. I just don't think there's a lot too much. There's not too much that. And this one with the other two, I'm just like I don't know. The only thing I really liked about this was obviously the exploration through the Sector 5 and then the traps that Xana was making. That was really the only thing that stand out in this, in my opinion. And I just Yumi situation is it makes it I understand it. It makes sense. I don't know. I didn't care too much for the side plot for this one. So I don't know. I don't know where to put this one. I think I'll do it like A-ish. We'll see what everyone else says. I just hope it doesn't become a tie. That's I think I'm the only one, but we'll see. J-Man.
Okay. Yeah. I think I rated a B so far. I think it's a pretty good episode. I like that this is I'm pretty sure this is where it really started that the job started becoming really stressful for the LWs, and I think the Yumi plotline really did a good job of showing that. And it kind of reminds me of like the Peter Parker Spider-Man dynamic, to where like it's really hard to balance a life of like fighting crime and living a normal life, and you can clearly see that being depicted in this episode. But Yumi really did come through, especially with the whole issue that Odd and Ulrich were going through when they couldn't be rematerialized. Yeah, I just thought it was a really good indicator of how stressful like being a Lyoko warrior can be, and the fact that like so much of your normal life is gonna change about this, and you started feeling the pressure because of like them like later in the series wanting to have like a new member, which is originally gonna be William. You started to understand why, because again it's like things in their normal lives is falling apart and stuff, and I think this episode is really cool about that. But overall, it was pretty good, pretty solid. So it's a B.
Okay, I honestly wasn't expecting a B. I thought I was the one, but okay. But I agree pretty much everything you just said. JT.
Okay. So this episode, again, we get deeper into looking into Sector 5. I love how we see kind of the structure of the whole sector. I love the maze aesthetic, like you said. It's very comparable to that of Legends of Hidden Temple. I've made comparisons to Hunger Games, to other kind of these tournament-like things with a time. Like it gives it has a successful anxiety when being in there. The inability for Jeremy at the time that they can't re-virtualize them was also a good pointing out. And like you guys said, like that dynamic of Yumi again, like I said, like she doesn't want to lie to her parents, at the same time, like she can't. I can't really. My mom just got home. So
It's,
basically, yes, basically, again, really, I give it also a B, just because while yes, we introduced Sector 5, I don't think it's a little bit weaker from the first other two episodes we just pointed out. But I mean, we do get again a good. The story is very much structured well. We get deeper into looking into Sector 5, getting introduced to the structure of it, of how it's formatted, and just I do like, yeah, just the anxiety of having to stop that timer from the walls and stuff moving around. Yeah, a B tier.
Okay. Oh. Flower.
Yeah, I'm getting the sense that I'm the only one that like really likes the Yumi plot.
I honestly didn't see it coming.
I said I loved it. I said I liked it.
No, yeah, I like it too. I just, yeah, I don't know.
Like people like it, but I think I'm the only one that's just like, oh, this is the highlight of the episode for me. It's fine. It's fine. That's why I'm putting this as a solid A, not an A plus or an S. It is a good episode. It's probably not the most standout best episode ever, but it's really good. So, A.
Hey, okay. Sorry, what did you say was the highlight though of the episode?
Oh, the Yumi, just
Oh.
the Yumi
Okay.
plot.
Gotcha. All right.
you knew what she said. You just wanted her.
No, literally, I swear, I was like, I only heard that, and so I had to confirm because I was like, wait, is she talking about Yumi or the set of 5? I just had to, because anyways, doesn't matter. Momo.
That's
Momo, are you there? You want to rate,
Yes.
rank, or whatever?
I'd give it like a solid B. Higher B, but still a B.
Okay.
It's mid.
mid.
Bland, huh?
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
B for bland. Yeah, I wish we could say B for mid, but
Oh no, I got
but it
something
is
better.
kinda mid. Well, I mean, what? What do you got?
I'm gonna give it a B for Baverage.
Oh God, no!
Wow.
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 Yeah, I know that sucks,
Dig
but
for that
That's
in
so bad.
reality, yeah, I know, but
That was funny.
I don't care whatsoever. But at the same, well, I mean, really now is that like this episode, I had no recollection of. Well, I mean, the real reason is because I haven't rewatched the series in a while. But like in reality, is that like with this episode, I really just did not remember what happened.
B for
Until you guys
boo
talk about
is
it.
what Jay posted.
It's
No, I'm
But
just kidding.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, I mean no. It's a good episode. Just yeah. All right, so it looks like it's going to be B. BB.
Yeah.
Look at this. S to A to
not
B.
even halfway.
I know we're not.
Yeah.
But I like
We're
how the order is so far. It's slowly going down, but I don't think it's gonna. We'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
if it goes to C. Next episode,
And now.
Mr. Puck, right? No,
What?
Yeah.
A
No, it's
great
a
day.
Great Day.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm looking at Mr. Puck, and I'm thinking of Mr. Puck. That's great.
I can't wait to get to
Oh,
that though.
Oh, you gotta
Well, I
flip
mean,
the episodes in the tier list because I think you got them out of order.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a few out of order. Like, Marabuta's coming up soon. I thought that was like later on.
No, it's close to the near the middle. It's 30 something. Hold on.
Wait.
36.
Next episode's a great day.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
what the heck? Hold on a second. I'm going back to look at this real quick.
I guess I'll get started. The best way, I think the best description I can give of this episode is that someone at Moonscoop sat down maybe before they put this episode together, and they watched Groundhog Day with Bill Murray, and then they were like, that's it. We can just put that in we can just use that as the episode.
I got these two mixed up. That was it. Everything else is good.
Oh, that's it.
I was like looking at the episodes, and I'm like looking at the other thumbnails, and it didn't click, and then I'm like, oh, duh. Yeah, this is probably my favorite part about the episode that comes to mind is Odd getting smart, using the Return to the Past for to get good grades, just to fool everyone. It's so funny.
They never ever took advantage of this, like ever, like really.
Well, they can't. Yeah, but they could have done it in season 1, but they can't. Eventually, they can't. They don't know they can't yet, but I think they find out in this episode, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah, this is the episode where they find out. But I just mean, like, they never, ever, even on the times where they're forced to go back, never take advantage of this.
Yeah, I mean, some people don't want to live the same day.
Season 1.
Like, oh, our grades are down. Oh, like, this is happening. Oh, well, I guess we'll just have to use Return to the Past a couple times just to get them up.
Maybe it happened off screen. I don't know.
The thing we have to keep in mind is that every time they do the Return to the Past, it's not just like the person who's struggling that goes back in time. Everyone involved does. That means Jeremy would have to sit through that class like 5 times. Yumi would have to sit through her own class like 10 times. Like,
but I mean, like, as a result, like, their grades would get like way better, right? I mean, it would be repetitive, but it would work.
I think the issue with like the characters' grades isn't so much like they're not absorbing. It's the delivery system. Like, yeah, you get to sit through the class more than once, but that's just not how they learn. They don't learn through that very effectively. So going back in time might help a little, but it's not helping a lot.
Well, it's not just that. It's also because, like, you know, if they happen to have like a test and then they get the test back, you know, I'd imagine they get it back like same.
They gotta memorize that. They gotta memorize that. Well, I mean, they could take a snapshot because apparently that stays when they go back to the past.
The other thing I can think of is that the amount of times they actually R2TP back in time might not be as high as we're thinking. It's just that the show fixates on attacks like that because, you know, it's a show. It's got to be entertaining. But, like, regular mundane life in between attacks might actually stretch out longer than we think. So they might not go back in time.
And some people don't want, some people don't want to relive the same day, too. It's like, oh, that... I mean, sometimes they just have to deal with it, but
yeah. This is another tangent. There's so many things to talk about this show. I'm sorry. In terms of this episode in particular, like this does introduce like a pretty big game changer for the show, and that is that like he goes back in time so many times that it makes him strong enough to be able to literally possess people. Which is pretty messed up when you really get down to it.
Oh, yeah.
He does this, like, a lot. And I mean, like, a lot. Like, I think he does this, like, almost every other episode, like, after this.
Yeah, I know. It becomes his signature.
Yeah. And, like, I think his first move is to go inside of Jeremy, right? Like, that was his big thing for this one, wasn't it?
I think so. I know there's another episode where they try to...
Oh, no, it was Sissy this time.
Yeah, it's Sissy for sure. But I think the episode you're thinking of is a little later when they...
I think so. Yeah.
But, the first episode of Possession is really cool, but it's also scary. If you think about it. I mean, it's not... I think this episode's a lot of fun. I enjoyed this one a lot. I like the concept of returning back, like, over and over again, and see them redo the day, trying to figure out what's going on, and then trying to finish their task in Lyoko. But I think they also go back in time when they're on Lyoko. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's so funny.
While they're in Lyoko,
I think it's just so
over again.
Yeah, and I love that because there's other shows that kind of do the same thing, and I just love those. They're so fun and funny to watch.
I like the little subplot going on with like Sissy like overhearing and recording the conversation.
Oh my god!
And then it eventually leads down to Odd being like, they think that they're from this virtual video game world called Lyoko, and they're actually crazy as fuck.
Yeah, they can't, like, each time they go back to the past, they try to get a step further to like fixing that to make sure that doesn't happen. And I think, oh my god, I love this episode so much, and I can't get over the Odd using it to take advantage of being smart.
Yeah, that was like the first like real start of like Miss Hertz getting like a little bit like too abusive with her class, like
she's always she's just like that.
like before she was just being like sassy, and before it was actually when they were like talking while she was talking.
You know, if
But
you keep this up, you can teach the whole class.
Yeah, but like before, this was her just like this was her just like being a bully to Odd, and I was like, that's not okay. Like that's being rude.
That's Mrs. Hurst, I guess.
And then just seeing him just like own zoning her when she was so sure that he wouldn't know the answer, it was just, oh, that was just such beautiful catharsis to me, like personally. But like, yeah, I like that concept, and I like that it actually does like instill some kind of consequence to return trips. Because it really was their ultimate like get out of jail free card button, and there had to be some kind of consequence to
And
it.
there is now.
Because otherwise, like, they'd be able to fix every problem by doing that. So there had to be some kind of limiter to it. I think this was a pretty creative limiter. I don't know about the specifics about how this exactly makes him stronger. There probably is some technological reason that I'm not gonna bother entertaining or getting into.
But I like it.
But yeah, I like it. It's a creative.
Yeah.
It's a creative answer.
Since it's a cartoon, they don't have to have an exact real life explanation. They can make a cartoon explanation. Which, who did we lose?
Yeah,
we lost. Did you? Oh, Momo.
Oh, Momo left. I'll give this an A. That's all I really have to say about it.
I don't know. I think okay. J-Man, did you have anyone else have any thoughts? J-Man? Okay, J-Man's not. I don't think J-Man's here. Okay.
Everyone's not here.
He's having the same problem. What's going on with the Discord? I don't know. Did anyone else hear people glitching out with their voices?
No.
No, it's just J-Man.
Okay, because I was hearing, I heard like Flower glitch out and A1 glitch out. It was weird.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard anyone glitch out.
Okay, all right.
Testing.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Hi, J-Man.
Hello.
Yo, my mic popped out for like the cords were popped out for no reason. Anyway, sorry about that.
Oh my god, it really is Xana.
I know, Xana's taking over the stream.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, Xana doesn't like us talking shit.
Well, yeah, dude. When it comes to the ranking of this episode, I don't know, man. I was going hard between like A and B because like it's a pretty standard episode, but like I don't know. I had a lot of fun watching. This is one of the episodes I will constantly rewatch whenever I feel like, hey, maybe I'll watch Code Lyoko for today. And it's like I love the whole situations with the return to the past with like Odd, Mrs. Hertz and stuff like that. Sissy, Ulrich, all of that was really fun. And the Lyoko scenes of this episode, I also thought were really well done. Ulrich has some really like cool moves in this episode. Same thing with Yumi and Odd. Like all of that, I felt like was really done very well. And I think it's it goes on A for me. It's a really fun episode.
All right.
I definitely will say A2. JT.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's a person DMing me on Facebook Messenger about really some drama. Sorry, it's nothing funny. This is a great day. This is the constant repeating of the return to the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. See, while I like the concept, and we also kind of have the official revelation that Xana gets more stronger when using the return to the past. So, it's hard to. I'm leaning towards B, I think.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention Sissy. I forgot to mention that, but it doesn't
What,
matter.
her being possessed?
Yeah, that was also a really cool.
Yeah, her
but-
voice was so scary.
Mhm.
When Xana got her.
I forgot how it sounded, but yeah. It was...
But yeah, you can go ahead.
Flower's turn.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm sitting around A minus. This is a good episode. Solid episode, but it's also not an episode I would like. What's an iconic season 2 episode? A Great Day. It's
I can agree with not being iconic, yeah.
Yeah, I like A Great Day. I like what it does for the lore and finally giving us an official answer for why the LW don't just return to the past whenever someone like runs into a minor inconvenience, but like
it's a little bit of.
It's got a lot going for it, and it's why I'm putting it as an A rank. But at the same time, I'm like, it's not. We don't have anything as strong.
I
some of the other episodes.
That's true. Because I do like I do like this one more than exploration actually.
I really like exploration, but I think
yeah. I know. I was like I think this one, like you said, it's not iconic. Cause I mean I know the episode when I hear A Great Day. I know which the episode it's gonna be, but I love how I know it still has some plot in there, but it's kind of like a I wouldn't say filler, but it's like a nice like I don't know, it's just like a I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it's just a very fun episode, kind of like more kind of like less tense. Even though they possess someone.
We also got Oric's iconic line at the very end. We're gonna have to be very careful. The next round is gonna be tougher than ever.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a very fun line.
Oh my god.
Wait, what? Well, I'm not getting something.
That's one of the I think that's like a reference to like one of the last episode names.
Yeah, final round.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
I
didn't
mean,
even think about
yeah,
that.
I didn't think that's what it was, but I did think of that. But
next round's gonna be tougher than ever. It's kind of
but the next
like
round is the next episode, so I don't know. I mean,
final round is like next season.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
way.
I like the idea of them just saying, "Oh, this season's gonna be tougher than ever, guys. It's not like season 1, season 2.
No,
we have to be careful with our RTTPs."
The kid gloves are off. This is where shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
We ain't sending idiots into space anymore or possessing teddy bears. This is where shit gets real.
Yeah.
Colton, your turn.
A for A Great Day.
Okay.
You
Simple as
cheated
that.
there.
You can do this every
one.
time. I
Yeah,
just want to know.
With that.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this every time.
Well, if we can think of one, yeah.
Yeah.
And A Great Day works. So yeah, A Great Day.
Well played,
is
Colton.
A.
Well played.
Yeah, well played.
Boom. We don't
So
have
it's
to
an
put it
A
at
tier
C.
episode.
Yes, it
Well
is. Well played. Next episode.
That's
Mr. Puck now.
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
yeah,
Mr.
man.
Fuck, am I right?
Mr.
Oh
Puck.
my god. Another Hermitage episode.
Yes.
Yep.
Another more Heritage episode. This one, we learn a lot more about Franz Tucker. Hello?
Sorry, I'm just thinking.
Okay.
If anyone wants to go first, go ahead. Oh man.
Okay.
That's all right.
I love this episode.
Yeah, I gotta hear
Yeah, I'll
this
go
is-
after. Yeah.
This
I'll
is
go
an
after.
episode
I
I
can't
will
miss.
like. Oh, I want to rewatch an episode. Let me rewatch Mr. Puck. I watched this a lot.
Yeah, I want to hear it now.
It's so good. It goes
Yeah.
into the intrigue of well, we're starting to get more into the intrigue of Franz Hopper. You've got like Aelita's memories leading her to this cute little doll. I absolutely adore Mr. Puck's design. And then you even have some fun banter where they're like fighting in the classroom over the key, and I actually really like that scene because everyone gets a bit in there, and you even have Jeremy saying in class like, "Oh, it's a key to the train locker," and then
Oh,
Jeremy's
yeah.
like, what?
That's the
It's
You
like,
want-
it's like, could you say that a little louder? Like that'd be nice if you could just like
I
say
even
that to
love Odd
everyone.
wincing when Jeremy says it too. He's
Seriously.
like, dude.
Oh yeah. Speaking of the classroom thing, I love how Odd was literally just ready to like knock her out. He's literally just gonna be like, "I'm gonna uppercut the shit out of you.
Yes.
Get that fucking doll back."
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone is just going to town for this doll, and I like Sissy only did just to be mean.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
no other
Yeah,
reason.
I really just liked how they were all sticking up for Aelita.
Yes.
Like,
I
it
gotta
really
talk
showed
about
us,
that.
Like,
I hate her
like
so
you
much.
fuck with
Go
one of
for
us,
it,
you fuck with
J-Man.
all of us.
I gotta talk about that, man. Like I love that scene so much in the classroom because that's what made me love the Lyoko Warriors as friends. So, like as soon as Sissy started picking up the doll and like started screwing with Aelita, everybody got up. There was no questions asked. Everybody was trying to like get back
You
to
want
the
to
doll.
fight?
It's like, I felt the emotion for that. I was
Yeah,
like, yo,
man.
like that's messed up. That's
Dude,
screwed up.
that's
Like,
why I hated her
love
so
it.
much in this last
absolutely,
rewatch.
man. That's why having
Yeah.
friends is like so important, man. It's like I really felt that scene, and I'm glad like Ulrich like he put the key under his shoe and whatever before Sissy came up and grabbed it. I was like, thank you. That's Like that was a
Yes.
great scene, man. It really showed me like they're like they're more than just like associates for just like being on Lyoko. They're real friends at that point. They're
Oh yeah.
100% real friends. They're practically family at that point, and I really did love that scene. Fantastic.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And after that, they go to the train station, and like apparently the train locker has been untouched for like over like I think over a
Years.
decade
That's
at
crazy.
that point. Just
Mhm.
like, oh, mysterious suitcase. Ooh, what
Yeah.
secrets does it lie? And then the next morning, we have Xana playing with his new toy of let me send a Spexer to possess people, and we find out doesn't work on Odd or Ulrich.
That's this episode. All
Doesn't-
right.
That's kind of scary, by the way. Like, imagine you're sleeping, and all of a sudden Xana's ghost like goes inside of your ear.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
choking and shit.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh
scary.
yeah. That's nightmare fuel right
just
there.
straight
That's,
up, just straight up horror movie vibes right there.
hard
Oh,
pass.
poor Ulrich. He was just going to take a shower, and that's when Xana got to him. Like,
La di da,
man.
just singing in the shower. La di da. You hear that neck? You just hear someone else is taking a shower and they hear that. Like, dude, are you okay?
They got his clothes on him, man. It's like that would have
Oh
been
my
worse if
God.
he was already in the shower.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Oh, I remember the scene now where he's like in a like a curled up position on the floor.
Yeah, he was
thing.
like curled up on the floor screaming
Yeah,
while
yeah.
the specter was like flying out of him. Like, man, you okay?
Yeah.
It's like
Dude,
he's
you
seen a
okay,
ghost
bro?
or something.
So of course they naturally
Yeah.
go
You good,
immediately
bro?
to Germany.
No.
Like, hey, this just happened to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also the sex appeal joke, which is
Yeah.
Lyoko.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
that is a
That was alright. That was
one
funny.
of many iconic one-liners by Odd.
hmm
Maybe it's based on sex appeal.
God.
And
That
also,
was
I
pretty
love,
good.
I love the scene with Xanified Jeremy. Like he took Aelita into a quiet place, knocked her out a bit, and like Yumi just so happened to like be like in the bathroom up top, and then she actually seen. I thought that was like a really cool like
Yes.
quick knockout of Aelita. Like that was always like savage to me. But Xanified Jeremy to me was like kind of freaky in this episode. Like his
Yeah.
fight with Odd in the factory was like kind of brutal in the way. He electrified Odd like at the top of like
Yeah.
near the roof of the factory, and he fell all the way down to the lower floor. And I'm surprised like Odd didn't like again
Yeah.
like suffer like severe injuries just from that alone. Like that was
I mean,
pretty freaky.
He jumped out of a bus. I think this dude can tank anything.
Yeah,
Odd's a strong dude. He
Yeah.
might
He's
seem, he
svelte.
might look scrawny. He's spelt. Yeah, he's not
The distance
scrawny.
he fell though, the distance, that's crazy.
He's very much proving that he's not scrawny.
Mhm.
He's
Got the
very
saying
svelte.
here.
I'd like to point out that like Xana Jeremy was actually able to fake being Jeremy for like a while before he went to knock out Aelita.
Yeah, that was that was the best time. Yeah.
Because
Yes,
Xana doesn't normally do that. He's just as soon as they're possessed, they're just immediately like trying to like kidnap somebody
Under the
or
control.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes to show that as the series progresses, like Xana's intelligence of the team is getting better and better than like what he was showcased to be in Ghost Channel.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's tactical here because Xana knows the only person who would really know about the activated tower is Jeremy, and if Jeremy's
Yeah.
possessed, he can't tell anybody. And they're all in gym clothes, so it's not like they're gonna check like they're all busy with stuff. They're not gonna check the supercomputer themselves. So like he's got time to pretend to be Jeremy and lead Aelita away. And the only reason it didn't work is because Yumi just happened to be washing her, like drying her hands by the window. That's the only reason this plan didn't work. He got so close to like just having Aelita to himself and escaping. Can you imagine in an AU where Xana actually pulled this off and then like they're just like, huh, Jeremy and Aelita have sure taken their sweet time. I wonder where they are. And then meanwhile, Xana's just going haywire on the internet, causing mayhem and destruction.
He's just like all over 4chan, just like annihilating everything.
Yeah, Yumi
Deleting websites
just
one by one.
happening to see Jeremy take out Aelita is like,
Oh
that was
yeah.
their one save. That was the only thing keeping Xana from
That's
getting
so
this
funny.
episode.
That's so funny. Isn't that the episode where you had that weird shot of Yumi leaving and Chardon is just like in the background and it's like where are you going? It's a. I think it's this. I guess not.
I think that's the lake. I think that's a different episode.
Okay. I'm just thinking because I know it was just Yumi alone. And she's like running away. It's just a funny screenshot. It's so funny.
It could be this episode. I don't remember that well, but
yeah. I just love Chardon's face in the background in a window, just staring at Yumi. It's just very weird.
Yes.
But
yeah, we got the odd fights, Xana, Jeremy. It's a time.
Yeah.
Odd almost dies.
Really
as
cool
per
scene.
normal.
Yep. Another kind of showing of
That was on Lyoko.
how much Xana juices someone when he possesses them.
Mm-hmm. Anything cool in Lyoko? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's a lot. Like you see the scene where Jeremy just casually flicks the manhole covering away, and then later you just see it like halfway embedded through a tree.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only thing left of noteworth is the tease at the end where they're like, "Yeah, Jeremy, go to Lyoko to get that immunity," and then we don't actually get to see what he looked like.
Yeah, that was a
I know.
tease.
Jerks.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he looks like Peter Pan or something, and I'm like, no, it wouldn't.
That's not canon.
No,
I
it
refuse to
wouldn't.
believe that.
That's too funny though.
Yeah, apparently he got like ran over by a mega tank or something, and I'm like, that's canon.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
So Mr.
course.
Puck is the episode where the Schizozoa finally is outside of Sector 5. So that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
If we're going by that theory, yeah, because it's right after a great day.
Yep.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
Unless I have to double check. Maybe I have to just double check, but I would like if that is the case. It makes me happy. I like how he just kicks Odd over the fuck. What the heck?
Yeah, this is like the one time we see Jerry throw
This
hands.
screenshot's too good. I forgot I have a lot from previous
Mm-hmm.
streams, but this screenshot is too fucking funny. Hold on. I mean, this
Which
is a
one?
meme. This is a fucking meme. I wish I could share it. I have to. Well, on the stream, I mean, but hold on. Copy, delete.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right, I posted it.
He looks like he's like, I'm about to show this guy a bad time.
Wow. But actually, yeah, that scene alone, that's like I thought that was like really like freaky about like the whole before they were gonna deactivate the tower. The fact that Xanified Jeremy was going to make Odd into like fried chicken with like all the like the volts of like lightning he has in his fingers, like that was really scary. And I thought that scene was depicted well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This also kind of shows like, you know, and Ghost Channel showed this off too, but it really shows like how Xana and Jeremy have like they have this kind of like tug of war kind of like thing going on where like the two like have this like connection, and like you see them acknowledge each other a lot, sometimes directly. Even Xana would be like, you know, I'm almost happy to be based off of you. Like I'm almost happy to look like you because you're the only one here who can challenge my intelligence. That's for like another time, but it's something that I like whenever the two like directly interact with each other because they're like polar opposites in a way. But like, all right, does anyone else have anything they want to say about this one?
Last thing I'll say is that I love like before the ending credits of the show, I did love the scene of Lita sleeping with Mr. Puck with the music playing in the background. Thought that was really nice.
That's
I forgot
cute.
to that, but yeah, that's a really nice scene.
That was cute. That was very
Like
cute.
all this, like even like the whole like flashbacks, all the things with like Mr. Puck, I thought was done really well. Like, it's a pretty cool doll.
Yeah. How did they find out that they had initials on the key, right? Was there
Yeah,
initials on the key that fell out?
I don't know.
I think so.
Or was that the suitcase? There's initials of somewhere. There's initials somewhere.
There's a joke.
So I'm
they
trying
say,
to.
like, what does
On the
FH stand for? Fried ham. Fried
Yeah.
eggs.
It was somewhere because how do they know where the key goes? I can't remember exactly.
Oh,
I
there's a
think it
number
hit a
on it.
number.
There's a number on the
Jeremy
lock.
notices the icon for
And then
a
they just-
train
they just-
station locker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's numbers on it too, so they
okay.
can know which exact locker it was.
Okay, it's just like it's just
Yeah.
funny they come to that conclusion, unless it's a common thing that over there where it's like, okay, oh, this is a train station key
Who
locker.
knows? They
'Cause, like,
might have transitioned to electronic. So who knows?
Okay.
But yeah, and I also love the flashbacks with Mr. Puck, the random dreams Aelita was getting. Like, when I see Mr. Puck running, I think of Taylor Swift's song Out of the Woods
Oh my
for
god.
some reason.
Also, someone,
Are
I
we
think
out
it
of
was
the
Flower
woods?
that was
Yet Are we
saying.
out of the woods? Are we out of the woods?
That's a good one. I was thinking, I think it was Flower that was saying, like, Aelita being in the having the best of both worlds, and I could not I could not help think of fucking Hannah Montana with with comparing that because
best of both
people,
worlds?
yes, because they had planned Aelita and Evolution to like be designed like that in their
Oh,
PDFs.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just
for
think
real.
it was funny to hear. All right, is that it? Are we done?
Yeah.
That's a
think
lot.
it's a-
I feel a lot better
that's a-
now because I couldn't really think of too much for this episode, and now I think I have my rating. But I don't think it's gonna be the same as everyone else's though. Still. All right, Colton, did you have anything that you want to say before we rank?
Do I have anything to say? I guess not.
Okay. All right. Let's start ranking them up. Starting up on top again. A1. Sauce.
I'm gonna give this an A. I really liked just everything about it. It was really like it gave a lot more credence to the plot. It showed Jeremy getting possessed, which was like probably one of the worst case scenarios of anything ever. Like, I think I'd rather have Jim getting possessed than Jeremy, because Jeremy's like, you know, he has everything with a supercomputer, and if he gets possessed, then everything just goes to hell really quick, real quick.
That's why he's Xana's target, though. That's the point.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Xana was playing smart here. Like, he got a real W by doing this, really.
Jeremy works out more than trying out for Ulrich or Odd, to be honest.
Yeah,
So it's a good, it's a win-win for him.
I love the whole thing in the classroom where they're like, you know, rubbling over the key, and like, I really wish that
Fucking
Odd got
bitch.
to like sock Herb. I was really just fuck him up. Like,
I kind of wanted that too, man.
make his head go 180,
Oh my gosh.
please.
Like, Herb is not built to be a bully. He's not built for that.
No. but yeah, overall, just solid, good episode. Like, I'd say it's an A. Like, I got no complaints about it, honestly.
I agree. I think it's A plus. I definitely think it's the best A. I think it's better than the A's that we have right now listed. I just, it's I say A plus because it was a really good episode.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I don't have too much else to say really. J-Man.
Man, let's see. Yeah, Mr. Puck is like an easy S, man. It really is, man. From Mr. Puck stuff to like the Lyoko Warriors defending Aelita in the classroom and stuff from Sissy, and even like the Odd and like Xanified Jeremy fight. Again, those were all really entertaining. The Lyoko scenes were actually pretty okay as well. Like this was another really fun episode, but it also had like I felt it also represented like the true sense of friendship between the group that I think really helped carry this episode to an S, because otherwise it would have been an A tier episode for me. But so yeah, really love this episode.
Would you say
Kinda
carried
wanna
it? Sorry.
Yeah, I said it helped carry it from an A to an S because of the whole like friendship value thing that was depicted here. So yeah, S tier, loved it. Would definitely watch this again. Same thing with what Flower said. If I were to watch Code Lyoko again, or I would like pick an episode to like rewatch, this would be one of them.
Okay, my
That's it.
turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm muted.
so
for a second.
Mr. Puck. So yeah, Mr. Puck again. We get a little more fleshing out of Franz Hopper's plot in this season. We introduced to the diary that will make, which will be more important nearing the end of this season. We figure out that Jeremy was very immune to getting possessed by Xana because he's never virtualized. Disappointed. Dude never gets 3D model. Never gets a 3D model.
Good.
Very. I mean, I'm really trying to debate yeah, possess Jeremy. Xana was very calculated in keeping him normal, and then finally, when he gets Aelita in his clutches, like shift the tone instantly, and just poor Odd in this episode. But dude's strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
what
got
a trooper, bro.
steamrolled.
He's a trooper
He got
for that.
Dude, yeah, 100%
Respect,
not
man.
scrawny. Yeah, not scrawny. I give it a solid A.
Yeah, okay. All right. Flower.
S. But I think that's just because I personally really like this episode. So it's an S for me. I like a lot. It does a lot right. It's a very fun episode all throughout, like no matter what scene you're in. So S.
All right. Colton.
Hey.
And that's all he has to say.
Yes. I
enough
can't go
said.
with anything this time around.
Yeah.
It's A for Mr. Pack.
No, that one. No, you ruined that one now. Now you ruined it.
I put effort into that one. Whatever, man. Y'all are posers.
For shit, Jeremy's finally lost his mind.
Oh shit! Here we go again. Oh yeah. By the way, we need to do something here.
Last episode.
Yeah, right. You're right about that. Okay, so where do y'all want to put Mr. Puck in the A tier though? Because we need to make sure we have these in order now that we're starting over with a new season. So we have Uncharted Territory, and then we have A Great Day, and Mr. Puck. So where should Mr. Puck go?
I could put it in front of both of them, honestly.
Yeah, thank you. I agree.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Yeah. No.
Okay. What about these other two? Is this same? Because we didn't put A Great Day anywhere. I just kind of put them as the next.
Yeah, that's good. Mr. Puck first, then Uncharted Territory, and then Great Day.
Cool.
That's solid.
Everyone else everyone else agree?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, let's move on to St. Valentine's Day.
St. Valentine's Day. Some weirdo gives Aelita a necklace.
Yeah, it starts out with a fun gym scene. Jim sees all the shit, and I just love it so much.
Oh, yeah. I want to know who
Spider-Man, bro. What's up with the Spider-Man?
On the ceiling with Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's just like no, and what's funny is that there's no return to the past in this episode.
So he just remembers that forever.
Yes.
Yo, when the scene zooms in on Jim's face,
he's
man,
just like, he's like, and what's up with the possessions being with the spider possessions? Like, Xander like possesses people to be Spider-Man.
I feel like it taps into their mental health.
I wonder. I wonder now if that weird thing he did to like his hand to his face, if that made him forget, but then he crawls on the ceiling as he's walking out after that. So I don't know, because I don't understand the point of that at all.
Yeah, I feel like whenever Xana possesses someone, it like the way that they react depends on like the possessed person's mental state. So like, you know, if he possesses someone like Nicholas or I guess random delivery guy who we don't know, they act more erratic and they act more like crazy, I guess, because like I don't know, there's not much going on up there, I guess, so it leaves more room for like the synapses to fire or something. But when he possesses someone like Jeremy who has his shit together mentally, you know, he's more calculative, more, you know, he's able to get his shit together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just a theory on my end, but I don't know. Just to answer the whole, like, you know, why are they Spider-Manning all over the walls? Why are they acting this way? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just my
That's
theory.
just the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. I guess gotta get this out of the way. This whole fucking bullshit thing between Odd and Jeremy is fucking stupid.
You're gonna have these
so
moments.
Stupid.
Yeah.
The thing with
I think that was a little
Ulrich and
funny
Yumi
though.
is even worse in my opinion. It's so Ulrich and Yumi bit is even worse.
What is theirs?
I will defend the Odd and Jeremy conflict a little bit because I do get where Odd's coming from with the whole angle of like, yeah, like Yeah, I could have just said no, I didn't give her the necklace, but I think he picked up on this vibe that Jeremy was like, he was asking very
Yeah.
accusatorily,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he's like,
Very.
dude, it's not it. If I did give her the necklace, it shouldn't be a big deal, and like, because
Yeah.
we're friends and we're cousins, and it's just kind of a
Yeah.
nice thing to do on a
Yeah, he even
holiday. She's not your property, But like, I
Yeah.
think that is
Jeremy,
that is his hidden message, and yeah, that's why. So there's fault on both sides, and Jeremy even admits later in the episode that he was acting dumb. So
yeah, he even yeah, I'd even say like, did you forget the part where me and Alita are supposed to be cousins?
yeah,
I know damn well that Jeremy in the back of his mind is like, fuck you, Odd. Ilea is mine. He is a total simp. I know damn well that when you said, yeah, I screwed up, he in the back of his mind he's like, no, I didn't. I was totally right.
Yeah.
to interpretation, because I don't agree, but I can also see where you're coming from.
And it's like Odd Strikes, he's the kind of character to me to where it's like, no, he wouldn't knowingly go after girls that his friends are already into. It's like he
Yeah.
wouldn't do that to Jeremy. Like that's not the sense I get from Odd.
No, actually, I got pissed because he thought Jeremy did that to him later.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and like oh yeah, I
yes,
forgot, yeah, in the
he's
later
dead.
episode.
Yeah, when Xana was like, I have an idea. What's the one thing that I can use to get under everyone's skin? Teenage hormones.
Santa's kiss
Mhm.
has like the same problem this episode does, but that's a we'll
So
get to
that-
that when we get
We'll
to
get
it.
to that
We'll
when we get to
get
it,
to-
yeah.
I have a lot of opinions on that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
But as for this
Oh.
episode, I can't take it too seriously. I don't know. The whole like drama situation, like the thing, just like what Flower said, it's like I can buy kind of the whole like drama between Odd and Jeremy because I feel like the theme of that was trust. It's like Jeremy should have trusted Odd a little more. Yeah, he was like very insecure about the idea of someone stealing Aelita away from him. But again, it's like Odd at the end of the day is his friend, and it's like with all that they've been through together, like you would think that Jeremy would be a little bit more trustworthy of him and stuff. But like even then, it's like yeah, that whole like drama plot line they had with the whole necklace, like it didn't really work for me too much. I sort of make fun of it.
Yeah.
Like it's funny for the wrong reasons for me, but
Yeah.
I did like the ending bit on the Lyoko scene where like the whole thing with like Aelita being trapped to the Skipazoa and Odd had to like and Jeremy had to like mess with the idea of like de-virtualizing Aelita
Oh
to force
shit!
Xana
I
to
forgot that happened this episode.
yeah.
That was like,
yeah, that was pretty intense. I did like that bit. That kind of saved this episode from being like, let's say, a D for me. But like, yeah, other than that, it's just okay. It's like, it's whatever.
I gotta say, like, so first of all, the whole thing where they get to Lyoko and Jeremy's like, "All right, girls, go west," and then she's like, "No, I'm gonna go east." And then they're like,
Yeah.
"What?" And she,
Yeah.
and then
That
she's
was-
like,
that
"Oh,
was kinda
sorry,
funny.
That
sorry,
was
Yumi."
funny,
And then
yeah.
she leaps like 50 feet in the air and like sidekicks Yumi in the back, and it's like, "Whoa, what?"
I forgot about that. No, like, okay, my opinion on
That's
this,
so
on this episode,
awesome.
my opinion on this episode kind of rose a bit now that I remember that. That was actually funny.
And like that whole gamble of like Odd shooting Aelita while the Skipazoa's got her, like that was so like that actually had me super on edge. I was like, whoa, that's really risky.
Mhm.
But I mean, like they didn't have any other choice. Like that was the only move they had because it was like they had to really gamble of like, is Xana willing to risk losing Aelita, or like is he gonna continue and try to play on their emotions? Because like it's just a really sensitive situation, and ultimately
Yeah.
like he had to be like the most logical solution is to cut his losses and just try again later rather than risking losing his only way out, because like they might just risk it, they might just kill her for the sake of never letting him out again, because like ultimately Aelita would want that because she's have this habit of sacrificing herself in the, over and over again, so she would.
Yeah.
And it was messed up, and I love scenarios like that. I love like lose loscenarios that come up like that. Like it's really interesting writing.
Mhm.
And that kind of saves it from being like a low tier episode for me. Like that's to
Yeah.
me it's a B. But that whole shit with the necklace and like them fighting over it was just so petty. That's what makes it
Oh, and then
really higher for me.
I Xanify that we kind of worrying Jeremy and using him to get her to do his bidding, if you will.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go to eat later. Sorry, talking to my mom. Hello?
I hear you.
Okay, sorry.
Anything else about this episode?
Mm, I agree. The whole thing with the necklace was weird. The guy that gave her that necklace that Xana possessed was also weird. Who was that guy?
We never
was
know.
he?
We don't know.
Who knows?
It's just some
Who
random
was
delivery
wrong?
guy.
Also, I'm surprised Jim didn't even like report that.
I think he did. No, he did because Dalmas is
Yeah.
like my gym teacher saw people crawling on the walls. Like,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
no, he did. He's
Yeah.
like, Delmas,
Yeah,
I
that's
saw
funny.
this crazy thing last night, and Delmas is like, you need more sleep,
Well,
dude.
it's because I think like there was a scene where someone else was talking to. There's another scene with Dumwas, and he's like, "What is going on around here?" For like, he's like, he like mentions it like first, people seeing Spider-Man on the walls and something like that,
Yeah.
and it continues.
Yeah, like two,
Yeah,
like,
it was
two
a
best
scene where
students
Jeremy-
are fighting. Like, what the hell's
Yeah,
going on?
that was
Yeah, it was the
funny.
scene
Valentine's
after
Day,
Jeremy
it's got
gets
people
kicked
going
out of class.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we haven't talked about this yet, but I still have a bone to pick with that scene where Jeremy falls out of his chair and gets like 2 more hours of detention.
That's this
for it.
episode.
Yeah,
Was
that's
that
this episode.
Wait,
Dang,
that was
I thought
this?
that was
Yes,
season
it was.
one.
Yes, it was.
Because
I'm
Xana-
seeing it right now. Yeah.
I thought it was season
Xana
one.
Aelita just kind of seductively is just like, come on,
Oh,
Jeremy,
right.
please, let's go to the factory.
Right.
And it like Jeremy's so like flustered that
Oh,
he
he-
falls out of the chair
'cause he
in science
kissed
class
him,
and it
right?
hurts. Sends him to the principal's
Yeah.
office.
Did
for
she
it. I'm
kiss
like,
him?
Jeez.
Yeah, straight up,
I
fuck
think so.
Mrs. Hertz. I'm just gonna go on that train right now. Just like,
You don't
like
mess
if-
with
know
you
about
know.
better pay,
that.
you don't. Yeah, you better listen to her. She don't mess
Crazy
around.
part is that's real though. Like similar situation happened to me when I was younger,
Damn,
but that's
really?
neither here nor there. But
I'm saying it because it's real. Fuck her. Like, fuck people like that.
it's like, what if he tripped or something while trying
Yeah,
to get
all the
up?
teachers
Like,
attack her.
Expelled immediately.
Like, I feel like it would be like more disruptive to send him to the principal's office for that than to just awkwardly like let him like catch his breath and just kind of glare at him for it.
Yeah, regular teacher, are you okay? Mrs. Hertz, fucking principal's office for falling out of your chair.
We're disrupting the class. I guess
That's like
technically
Jeremy's
that's
not
what it
disrupting.
is, but
I can
like,
class.
almost understand if it was someone like Odd who goofs off in class and like
Yes.
he decides to fall off a chair because like yeah he goofs off, but Jeremy is a good student. He's a really good student. He
Honestly.
wouldn't goof around like that. And all of a sudden she just assumes that his intention was to disrupt the class. Like where did that come from?
yeah.
So Mrs.
Yeah,
People with
it's
such god
wild.
complexes.
It's because Hertz sucks. Like, that's it.
Oh.
Like, that's all the explanation you need. She sucks.
I guess they need to do it for the pacing because, like, the next scene is Yumi and Aelita going, "Yeah, like, we're totally doing the factory thing, right, Jeremy?" and he
Yeah,
skips out
something-
of detention for it too. And oh yeah, they don't do a return, so Jeremy's gonna have to like face
Actually,
the consequences. Didn't
I
Dallas
remember-
say he would have been suspended if anything else happened that day?
No. I remember
Wow.
he actually, this is where they debuted that Jeremy made a voice changer at the supercomputer, and he calls like Jim or something, and he poses as Delmas. And he's
oh
and
yeah,
he-
that's right.
I actually would like that because like as Delmas's voice, he's like, hurry up, things are getting hot over here, and I'm like,
Right.
I wish
That's this
that they got
episode?
the voice. Yeah, this that, I remember
such a,
that was this
That's
one.
such a funny moment, man.
Because Odd was in detention, Ulrich was trying to spin up the story about Aelita being sick to like get him out of detention, and Jim wasn't
Yeah.
buying it. So then Jeremy calls as Delmas and tells Jim like, no, let Odd see his cousin.
Oops.
Totally forgot about that. That's pretty. You know what? That puts. You know that almost makes me not hate the necklace stuff. Almost.
I think
No.
the necklace stuff is interesting. It's a very interesting kind of attack.
No, the
Yeah.
attack's interesting. I just hate the drama that resulted from it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the interpersonal conflict this
Mm-hmm.
episode is kind of
I'm just like, holy shit, you guys fucking communicate, or I'm gonna pull my fucking brain stem out of my head and eat it.
They're middle schoolers, I get it, but at the same time,
I guess like the whole necklace thing could be seen as like a good message to just like, hey kids, don't accept like random gifts from like random strangers or just people that you like don't even know of. It's like always ask questions and stuff.
Remember,
don't just
kids,
accept.
don't get in the don't get in the van just because someone says they have candy.
If you get a
Yeah.
phone number, if you get a phone number from a blocked person's like from an unknown source telling you to meet you in the woods, don't assume it's a girlfriend.
I can't wait till we get to this episode. I can't wait till we get to that episode. I got so much to
Oh
say.
my
But
God, that was
so
Yeah.
freaking
Foreshadowing.
dumb.
So dumb.
oh my god.
Very dumb, bro.
Okay,
Very
let's rank
dumb.
this thing and get
No, so yeah, before we rank, there's like two scenes real quick that I like. Well, the first
Okay.
one is a bully Yumi scene, and I honestly it makes me bump it up a little bit more now.
Really?
So I know you don't like that. No, it's funny. Actually, I have it here. Actually, I'll send it in the stream and the chat. And then I'll get to the actual scene I was going to talk about. But I was just scrolling through it, and I think it's just so funny. Here.
1756. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Just a weird, cringy line from Aelita and Yumi, and then what she does to her.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot Aelita can just do that.
Yeah.
A
And
personal matter.
it takes a while for it to happen. She just stands there, like, okay.
Yeah, you
She's
keep
it's like,
standing
you know,
there.
you have legs and they work, right?
I don't think I understood what was going on yet.
Yeah.
How do you not understand
Also-
what's going on? But like the sound it makes, and it's like right below, it's what you're standing on, and
Maybe she was
God.
thinking a wall would show up or something. Zetta's like, nah, I'm just gonna make you fall.
but
into
she's
the
even looking
sea."
around. I'm like, she's even
I don't
looking.
think-
She's looking around too, and it's happening
Does she
right
ever
below
look
her.
I don't know what Lolita's
I
doing.
gotta look at that scene again. Did
That's
she ever
true.
look down?
I don't.
Okay, come
think
on.
Zen
I don't.
is-
I don't agree with that. Like, she's looking around below her, and if something's happening below you, like right under your feet, just move away. Like, yeah,
To be
maybe
fair,
Yeah.
you don't know what she's doing,
fair, I
but
don't
if
think-
if those effects are happening below you, you gotta move.
I don't think
Yeah.
Aelita's ever made a hole in the ground before, so I guess she wasn't expecting her to do that.
If that's the
It's
case,
not-
I still think she should have moved. I mean, just because she hasn't done that yet. I mean,
Either way, man,
usually-
it's like I was gonna say, like Yumi got devirtualized by like even dumber things by that. So it's like
I know.
got nothing to really say about it.
No.
Code Earth, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
after that scene, she's like, remind me what happens again. And he's like, you're like what? Devirtualized. You get devirtualized, and he's like, then he pauses, but it's gonna take a few minutes. I'm just like, bro. And after like the whole after 2 minutes later, after her just hanging out there, Jeremy is able to do it, and Jeremy's just like, yeah, remind me to fix that program.
Oh my god.
I'm just still watching. It goes all the way until like 1840. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot about the Auric Yumi thing.
Oh yeah, because I really wrote that poem for you, bet.
Yeah.
It was like that they did call back to that one scene where like Ulrich was too slow to catch her that one time, and this time he wasn't.
Yeah.
And it's like,
can't hold on.
literal character growth.
And
That's-
Auric's
I like
scream.
that.
I'm sorry, Auric's little Yumi.
Well, yeah, that's traumatizing.
I know,
Last
but it's
time he
the,
was
nah,
too
it's the way
slow.
it's the way it's delivered. It sounds too funny to me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so the last thing I was gonna say,
Yeah.
was the ending where like looks like Zeno's about to win, you know, and they're trapped. They can't do anything with Aelita getting taken by the Schizozoa. I think it's the first time so far that I've noticed that this is the first time this certain soundtrack appears, and I like it a lot. If you go to let's see, what's the timestamp?
Are you talking about the scene where Aelita was
Around
trapped by the
21.
Schizozoa?
Yeah, 2120.
Wasn't
You
that
get-
in Ghost Channel?
Wait, was it? No
Wait,
way.
you
Wait,
said
let me
21.
let me
I don't
listen
think so.
to it.
Yeah, listen. This is a season 2 soundtrack, I believe. Then you get the drums in the background. Doon doon.
Oh, okay, no.
Yeah, that's Ghost Channel. I remember that from Ghost Channel. I think that played both like
Yeah, they did. It
during-
did. Now I'm remembering now.
Yeah, it played
Maybe there's like
during
new instruments added to it. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love.
it played
This is
during-
always an intense moment when I love that soundtrack so much, man.
I do too.
But I
love
kind of forgot
song.
that this happens at the end of this episode, so I was going with the C, but I'm gonna have to go with the B. I'll give it a B.
Yeah,
Because I like the Yumi Aelita fight and then testing Xana to see if he would give up. You know, that's really cool to see. But yeah, we can start ranking these now. I've already said mine. A1.
Yeah, B.
Okay.
I think I've said everything
Yeah,
I can say about it.
Yeah, J-Man.
Yeah, it's a C for me. Like, there are some like funny parts with the whole Aelita Yumi thing, and like the last scene with the Skipazoa and Aelita. But overall, it's like what really bogged down this episode to me was like the whole drama with the necklace, especially like Ori
Yeah, I
Yumi.
know. It's not a good
It's
episode.
like-
It's not really that good.
Yeah, this is like C tier to me.
I forget. Yeah, because most of this, man, it's really. Maybe I shouldn't put it as B, but I don't know. It's literally the only thing I like about it is the very, very end, and everything else is just like meh. But all right, JT, what's yours?
Yeah, I'm with J-Man. It's a C tier. Again, the whole thing with the necklace, it was a very weak way for Xana to get to Aelita. It just was really, like, it's hard to, again, it was a kind of a weak spot in what has already been very strong episodes to me, you know? So, yeah, C tier.
Did Colton just leave?
Yeah, Colton just left.
Alright.
Okay. Well, it'll probably come back. We'll just keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
Laura?
Flower says B minus.
Yeah, it's it's not the worst episode. It's probably better than some of the weaker season 1 episodes, but like,
Yeah.
the drama, the drama,
Man, I
the
don't
drama,
know.
and freaking Mrs. Hertz sending Jeremy to detention. I will never not be salty about that.
Yeah, I know.
It's just
I'm-
so silly.
I'm pissed. Like, pissed thinking about that all over again. Like, stupid.
Man, I don't know. I think I know that we'll get to it, but like, as meh as this episode is, I still might have to put it above fucking what's it called?
Chips are down.
Yes, thank you. You would know already. You already. Know.
We will get to
Yeah.
chips are down.
Oh, we
I don't
will.
know if we'll get
Maybe
to it
not.
today,
Yeah, we'll see.
But
We got a little 40 minutes. So, Colton.
Rated C.
C.
For Colton. All right.
I guess so.
Rated C for can't be in Mrs. Hertz's class.
Yeah.
C from
there you
Mrs.
go.
Hertz
Thank you.
is a crappy teacher.
C for class
C.
clown, yeah.
That's
See,
even
for
better.
Christ,
That's
who
even
was
better.
that character who showed up at the start of
wait
the
a minute.
episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's see. 1, 2. I guess it does go to C. I have 2. Yeah. C is fine. We'll do C. Okay. What's next?
Final
What
Mix,
is-
my
Final
favorite
Mix,
Kingdom
yeah.
Hearts game.
Bro.
I'm glad someone made a joke.
Someone.
Well, Momo would have did it if she was here.
Yeah, this is the first.
I
It's
would,
not-
yeah.
it wasn't Colton or Momo. This is the first.
Yeah.
Well, I have someone else to have to look up. All right, so Final Mix. Yeah, I remember. I think I remember liking this one a lot. Oh, it was the Gym Possess episode.
Oh yes, that's right.
This one
No.
gets. Man, Jim's lines. Like Xana's delivery for Jim is too funny, man. She's
Oh,
gonna
it
be
checks
all
out,
right.
considering that he's been Jim before, or he's been
Not
Xana
talking.
before, I should say.
Not talking. I don't think.
Well,
Like,
no,
he, like-
but I mean like
Yeah, yeah.
voice actor
I was just
wise.
Yeah, so it's just funny to hear his like weird monotone like Jim. It's like everyone, it's okay. She's gonna be all right. It's just like so unsettling.
I love the part where it was just like, enjoy your party.
Yeah, enjoy your party.
Oh, it's
Love
just
that.
so
All right,
funny.
David, we need you to get serious for us. Can you do that? Can you do like a really monotone voice? Sure, I can do that.
And that same tone right there.
I'll take her to the infirmary.
And this is like the beginning of what becomes the little Aelita
yeah.
sub-digital
Oh,
art.
actually, you know what? He put on his Piccolo voice. That's what he did.
Hello, voice.
Good.
Yeah, I really liked how this is like the beginning of Aelita's like future as like a DJ artist.
Mm-hmm.
There's a mixer or whatever the proper term is.
And of course, Jeremy's jealous again of not spending time with him, but with music and stuff.
Even though she's literally doing fucking nothing and he's doing everything.
Well,
I know.
okay.
I think she's like there for reference and stuff, or like.
It doesn't always have to be about Lyoko. Come on, let her do her thing.
I did love the part where they're like arguing. It's like, oh, it's a waste of time. It's like, it's not a waste of time. I want to go and have fun and like be human. And then he's like, isn't coding bioelectrical numbers and binaries fun? And then he's like,
This is
it's just like,
And that's
you're stubborn as a fuel or whatever. And he's like, it's stubborn as a mule, actually.
Yeah, it really goes to show that, like, if Jeremy were to be, like, let's say, a partner in a relationship, he's not really, like, educated on how, like, to entertain his girlfriend. Because, like,
no,
again,
I was gonna say he's not educated in relationships at all.
yeah, that's true. That's
Not
true.
not spouse relationships, not friend relationships, no relationships.
I mean, yes.
Never family.
I do think we should keep in mind that he's still like 12 or 13. Like, of course, he's not going to be educated in these things. He's
I think
still
it's more-
very young.
I think it's more so
Not to
the fact
mention the
that.
fact that.
I was going to say.
not to mention the fact.
You go, Colton. Yeah, go.
Okay, someone can go. Not to mention the fact that he really was all alone. You know, he had no friends before.
I was gonna
Lyoko
say
and
that.
all that jazz.
I was going to
Yeah.
say that, yeah.
I was thinking what you were thinking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There was also the funny stuff where they're dancing and everything, and then Odd's like, "Oh, bust a move, William." William's like, "I don't really dance," and
I
Odd's,
relate to
a bad
William so
dance.
hard.
you know, and Odd's like, "Oh, you can't."
William so hard.
Odd's like,
Yeah.
you can't be that bad," and then William tries, and Odd's like, "Oh no, yeah, you actually
you
are
suck at dancing.
terrible."
That's why I don't bring a dance clothes, man. I just can't do it. I relate
Yeah.
so hard to William in that scene.
And then the stuff before then, where like they're taking the 2-hour examination or 4-hour or whatever, and Odd's like, I can't bring a cheat sheet. Time for Plan B, and he spends the entire 4 hours turning his examination into origami, and somehow he gets a pass.
So literally, I was about to send that. 540 is just too funny, and then it continues. Literally, the next scene is him like talking to himself, just going, "Mrs. Hertz, Mrs. Hertz." It's just like, I don't know why, and then he's like, "Oh, Miss Hertz lets me keep this for my collection." Like, he has a collection of odd origami. Yeah,
Not only done this before,
He has
but done this
that
many
it's just
times.
such a moment that I really love a lot.
Do you guys think Odd's grades are higher than Ulrich's?
They
in
are
some
slightly.
in some classes, yes. In other classes, he does this.
Like, apparently he's really good at Italian and art, and I think physics too, like, according to canon, so...
Yeah, it would make sense. Yeah. Especially
Some people,
bragging
some
rights
people
as
have
gym
specialties,
and like physics. Got it.
But you know,
I was gonna say, like, when it comes to this episode itself, like, I do like it. I like the idea that, like, as like Aelita is continuing, to spend time on Earth and like understand like things beyond Lyoko, she doesn't want to just be talking about Lyoko or just programs, like, or just like fixing up the virus inside of her, like, constantly. Like, she wants to do like earthly things. She wants to do like just pretty much live out her life and like try different hobbies and stuff like that. And I love like the disconnect between like that and Jeremy, because he obviously is head onto work. Like, he can't think of anything else until like he figures out the solution to the virus inside of Aelita. And I thought like the argument that they both had like made a lot of sense. I thought that was really nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do understand his frustration behind it, because it's like the sooner we get this done for good, the sooner we can like permanently just have fun and never ever have to worry about Xana ever again. Little do we know that a shitty sequel would come about, but that's for another time. Like, I get his frustration. Like, he really just wants to never have to worry about Xana again, and just like get this virus, quote unquote, taken care of. Which leads to these little spats here and there, and it's very natural. Like, I get it. One thing I also like about this episode, like, the whole like Xana possessing Jim thing is really cool. Was really cool. getting to hear not Xana, but also kind of Xana speaking again was nice. But also, I'm a little I wonder why, like, because Jim had the perfect opportunity to just kill Jeremy right then and there, but instead didn't, and just tied him up for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, he could have killed him there. That's true.
Yeah.
Like literally, just like punch, like behead, the end.
Behead, yeah.
Of course, the show would be too short if it went like that.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
don't
this
know.
episode is somewhat similar to, um, like plot wise to
Also-
Mr.
go
Puck.
hmm
Just kind of have it's just possessing his next victim to kidnap Aelita. So that's not too different. It's just I guess I enjoy Jim's possession more. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Because the
Also-
Lyoko, it's nothing. Sorry, yeah, the Lyoko stuff is nothing too crazy either. And I don't know.
Yeah, something.
Honestly,
really, like,
there's some pretty cool scenes there, like with the whole Yumi no, I was about to say she finally wins against a Mega Tank, but no, it ended up being a draw. She just still had to get devirtualized. I'm like,
Yeah.
alright, fine, whatever. But
at least she
what was I
killed
gonna
one.
yeah, at least she did kill one. But yeah, there were some cool scenes on Lyoko. I like the fact that the whole platform they had on like the desert sector. That's like my favorite parts of the Lyoko scenes when they would have like unique, different like let's say varied platforms or like level designs and stuff like that on these Lyoko scenes. I wish I wish we would see a lot more of that
You talk about like
in
the
the rest of
little
the series.
like the ditch kind of thing, or
Yeah, the ditch. Yeah, the
Oh,
ditch.
okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I
The
wish we
desert
saw
doesn't
more.
have a lot of them, but yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, does Sissy strike out as somebody who doesn't care about her grades? It's like I don't know why she thought like drawing instead of like doing her actual like test would be
I
a good
thought it was
idea.
just sorry.
No, I already finished. Yeah.
I thought it was just like her arrogance. It's like, yeah, even though like I don't have to try because my dad's the principal, so everything will work out because he loves me so much. I think that's what it was.
Honestly, that's probably like that's probably what I would think too. Yeah.
I like how it gets. I just was watching this. I like how there's music playing. It gets quiet. It shows a mega tank, and then it just gets quiet. And just wait a couple seconds. The mega tank moves away, and then the music plays again as soon as Skibazoa appears.
hmm
It's just like, what?
Well,
You got
I mean,
quiet today.
honestly, if a giant bowling ball was chasing after me, I'd be kind of scared too. So, I don't know.
Jimmy
Like,
wouldn't be scared. She would just rush right in and get devirtualized.
yeah, and get ran over.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm still mad about that in Code Earth. Like I'm always gonna bring that up.
Yeah. uh, get over that. I mean, I don't know. This seems like a. I mean, I just like seeing Aelita happy. Like this is just like a, Aelita discovers her
Yeah.
passion,
Yeah.
and this is really nice.
Yeah,
I
like her
can't-
having fun,
Yes.
her seeing like having doing some hobbies and stuff like that, like finding talent and like doing DJ. I thought stuff like that's really cool. Like again, it humanizes her the more and more we continue in this series, and stuff like that's to be appreciated.
Yeah, I'll give it a. I mean, me personally, I'll just say B.
I was
because-
thinking that too.
That's my grade too, honestly. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
because it's just
it's perfectly
So-
average.
it's somewhat because it's just not too different from the last two episodes. I think I
Yeah.
like it more than do we have on B though? What is that? Exploration.
Yeah.
I'd probably say that's. Well, don't know, but because it's just the attacks and are just. I know that's gonna be a lot of season 2. The attacks are gonna be always gonna be possessions, but it just depends on how it's delivered. This one was literally not
Yeah.
too. This one's pretty much the same as what was it?
Yeah, I mean,
Mr.
there's a,
Puck, I
possession,
think.
there's a possession I can think of later that's really awesome, but that's
Mhm.
not coming up for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's just finding someone else to kidnap her, and the Lyoko scenes just weren't as special or as memorable. Now I can't talk.
Memorable.
Yeah,
Memorable.
oh my god, I can't think right now. Wow.
Uh-huh.
As St. Valentine's Day, the end of that one.
Yeah.
So I would say B too. But it's just I actually like this episode a lot. I'm surprised I'm going with B, but I'm just now talking about it and kind of like comparing the other episodes that we've ranked so far. I'm just like, yeah, it's better than St. Valentine's Day though for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so and then J-Man, you're next.
Yeah, B. I think I pretty much stated everything I wanted to. It's a pretty good episode. But,
Yeah.
like not too special. I would say.
JT.
Okay. So this is again, I like Alita. Kind of shows her passion for electronic music and DJing. I really do enjoy that she found something she really likes to do. Again, Jeremy's attitude, of course, a little bit not supportive of it, but kind of like the same issue with the previous episodes back. But I give it a B tier, just because it's not a B. Bordering on a C, it's a B tier. It's not as bad as St. Valentine's Day, but it's not a high quality episode. It's not so bad. It's okay.
Okay. Flower. You said
B plus.
Okay.
It is a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad episode. It's just not as strong as some of the other episodes in this show. I do like it. I do like it a lot. There's not a whole lot I could say that's bad about it.
No, yeah, I'm the same.
So like a B plus, very strong B plus.
Yeah, because there's nothing really bad about it. I just was pretty much exactly what you said. It's just when I compare to the other ones so far we've went over with, I'm like, yeah, I guess it just fits. B kind of just fits that one. Colton.
If I rated it a C, I would have said C for Chris, but no, I'm gonna give it a B.
B, okay. And we have our first episode where we all ranked it the same for season 2 at least.
But I will mention real quick that I do wish that my headcanon, I do wish that when Aliyah was DJing, and one of them goes, "Oh, she would have been a great fit in our band."
Who's just like a who says that?
No, no one says that. Just wish someone did.
Oh yeah, that would have been a good foreshadow. But this is, I guess, her getting into the music is like foreshadow enough. But I do like her little art she has with the subdigitals eventually.
Yeah.
So where do we want to put? So it's at B, but is it in front or behind Exploration? What's everyone's thoughts on that?
I'll put
Maybe
it,
behind.
I would say behind.
Yeah, behind.
Yeah, keep it behind. Yeah, it's not that.
Okay.
It's good, but it's not that good.
I would watch Exploration a little more times than this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And it sounds like there was more. I think. What about you, Flower? I'm curious.
I was initially gonna say put in front, but after hearing everyone else, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, Exploration has a little more going for it than Final Mix. They're both good episodes.
True. Yeah. Okay. All right. We might have time for one or two more. Let's see how it goes.
Got 21 minutes.
Yep. So
Yeah.
next
Missing
one,
Link.
what is that? Missing Link. Okay. What happens
Oh,
here?
shit.
Is this the?
I feel like-
no.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
another Kingdom Hearts reference.
God.
I was gonna say Monsters versus Aliens, but again,
Oh,
never
well,
mind.
I mean that's good too.
Zelda.
But,
But yeah.
Zelda.
I am actually thinking this should be the last, because the next one after is Chips Are Down. I feel like we shouldn't try to rush Chips Are Down.
Yeah.
We
I
have a
know.
lot
I wish I
to
have everyone here for
say.
that
Yeah.
one.
Oh, I'm gonna.
It's okay. It sounds like everyone's got thoughts for that one. That's gonna be interesting. Okay, well
Yeah.
let's see how much we got to talk about with this one, and we'll see.
Okay, yeah. So this is
Body,
the one
this
where
is the body
the
swap.
Schizozoa goes after Yumi instead of Aelita.
Yeah.
And pretty much like takes her
Oh
human
no.
DNA.
Oh god,
basically.
this episode. I'm remembering everything
Yup.
about it now. Okay.
Yeah. And
Alright.
basically it's like you can't re-virtualize her. She basically has the same kind of issue as
God.
Aelita.
I hate
And
this.
yeah. And now and there's this whole school picture coming up and they ask Sissy for help, who was actually like super into helping this time around and helps without any like favors asked, honestly, which was really surprising to little me. And it continues through the whole episode. Like there's no twist, there's no like sudden like turnabout or anything. Like the entire time, even to the end of the episode, she's just like, you know, think of it as a favor. Like I've got it like under control, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like it was really cool to see that there's like an actual like nice side to Sissy. It's like, see, when you don't return to the past and her character actually expands, then she's actually like better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like sometimes, like it definitely feels like as if like obviously she wants to join their group, and and every time she would, and you have this episode here where she really wants to help him out and whatnot, but then every times like she completely just changes her attitude in those other episodes, and really the show I think just suffers because of it, at least for her in general.
Yeah, there was that one. There was that one funny moment where, like, they get like an outfit for her, or she tries on an outfit, and she's just like, Yumi wouldn't wear something so, and then she's like, so sexy.
Oh god.
And I'm just like, oh, like you could say that here, like really?
Apparently.
I was like, okay, all right. I did like the little trek in Sector 5 they did to go and get her DNA, and I did like the extra stipulation of like, well, you're just as vulnerable as Aelita, so if you die, and you die a lot here, so good luck.
Yes. Oh my god. Does he actually say that?
He doesn't say that exactly, but it's kind of the implication where it's like, you're as vulnerable as Aelita, so...
Well, listen, you die a lot when it comes to Lyoko, so don't die this time, alright?
It's like he basically says like, you're as vulnerable as Aelita, so please be careful.
Wow, thanks a lot, jackass.
Yeah, pretty much just like, oh yeah, no pressure, thanks, so cool. Oh yeah, and like right before they enter Sector 5, remember that Ulrich gets devirtualized too, so it's like they're down one guy right before they go into Sector 5. And it's like they're down one person that can't get devirtualized, so it's like, oh great, that's cool.
No, Ulrich is in Sector 5.
Oh no, I'm thinking of a different episode, never mind.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're thinking of nobody in particular, I think.
Yeah.
You're thinking a screenshot pulled up.
This one was pretty okay. I did like the concept behind it. I didn't expect him to go after Xana or to go after Yumi. Although this does just add further fuel to the fire of just that Xana just bullies Yumi relentlessly.
Pick on Yumi every day, apparently.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's it?
No,
no one else?
Sorry,
I don't know what else to say.
I was just reading notifications. Hold on, I need to go. I'm just let me just skim. I
Oh,
don't, because this is the episode.
body-
No, I'm sorry. I got that. I said body swap, but that's my bad. That's later. That's not this one.
No, yeah, that's later. Yeah, you're right. No, this is when
It's
Yumi's
it's
stuck
just
on
Yumi. I
Lyoko.
thought I was getting the thumbnail because I forgot that was Sissy and not Odd in Yumi's body, because it looks like, Sissy did a good job there. It looked like Yumi there for
Yeah, she
Titty.
did a good job at
So, but the ending of the episode is my main problem. I'm just going to make sure if I'm correct here. Oh, that camera guy looks like Peter Duncan a bit, but with more hair. Hold on, let me get a picture of that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Where's the guy at?
I would say like easily the most interesting part of this episode is like the whole thing with Sissy. I just keep trying to like wonder to myself, what is going through her head right now? Is she saying, "Hey, I really want to be in the group, but what I'm doing right now clearly isn't working. What if I take a different approach? Where will that get me?"
What if I try not being a jackass for 2 minutes.
Yes, that's one big standout right there.
And then that gets completely like ignored for the rest of the series, and I'm just like, again, what was going through her head? Did she like, all right, I'm gonna be nice for one day, and I'm just gonna go back to what I used to be?
I know.
Like,
It's
I was going through the writer's brain. That's
listen.
what I want to know.
It's because this happens sometimes only when the Warriors ask for her help. That's literally the only time. It's because there's a chance for her to be part of the group, and that's the only thing. I can understand that. It's the only time she's nice. The other time she's just a bitch. But just even though that's also because she's just jealous. So it's just her character is a little kind of just irks me a bit. But,
and as for like the argument Ulrich was having with Yumi, I didn't hate it. Like, I can understand it's like, hey, like seeing William, who was introduced like not too long ago, spending a lot of time with Yumi and stuff, that can like make Ulrich really insecure. And I can understand that because he's someone who really like deals a lot with his own pride. Yeah.
This is not even the episode I was thinking of. This is ugh.
So yeah, it's like I understand like why he was really insecure and why he was so quick to say, oh, like you were trying to dismiss, or you were taking so long to get here because you were too busy spending time with William. It's like,
oh, there it is.
From first view, you would be like, Ulrich, like chill, like calm down and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
dude being way too jealous and clingy.
But yeah, but like he's really young. Like he has a really like big issue with like controlling his pride and stuff. And William, it is a threat to Ulrich's chances of getting with Yumi romantically. So I can pretty much understand why he flipped out the way he did. But at the very least, he did realize that he was wrong, and he rightfully apologized later.
Yes.
It was all over some concert tickets.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Granted, I know that wasn't anybody's business, but it's like, Yumi, I don't think it would have hurt to like, I guess, mention that.
It was meant to be a surprise. Like, I think she was going to surprise him with the tickets later.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Why is there only one band in Koyoko? Just Subdigital, Subsonic.
Subdigitals are the only band that matters.
Yes.
Subdigitals and
That would suck to live now.
Agreed.
Okay, I don't want to live in the world of Koyoko anymore. If I had to listen to just one band, I couldn't do it.
Huh.
I think another thing I think is just really fun is the background banter when Ulrich's sneaking around Yumi's house and like Mr. and Mrs. Ishiyama are kind of just having marital problems in the background. I think that's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, that was
I mean, uncomfortable,
like
yes, but also just you get a little more insight into their lives, just a little bit more.
I feel like
I live off these teases, so
yeah. I feel like you never listened to me, dear. What was that, dear?
Yeah, that is what
This
she
food
said.
is
She says,
delicious.
yeah, she said, I've been feeling depressed lately. You don't pay any attention to me. It's almost as if you never listen to me anymore, Mr. Shiyama. Delicious. Oh, sorry, what were you asking?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Ooh.
Christ on bike.
One ass.
There's a lot of people who speculate that those two would break up at some point after the show. For good reason.
Okay, so this I had to skim through the episode because I was like I thought this was the episode. It is the episode I was thinking of, but I thought it wasn't at first. But I don't know what the point of this episode is. This is the
episode.
This feels like this is a filler to me, but the exchange thing is the thing I just can't stand.
Shit, I forgot all about that
at the ending because Aelita thinks that that's the solution, and I just don't like it.
I do like, because Xano's plan here is it's both sneaky and very clever. He's like exploiting one of Aelita's character traits to like get her, and it nearly works too. So like, there's that, but that doesn't save the episode, unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess Xana, that's true. Xana's like knows Aelita a bit more and how she would react, but my god, I did not like it. This I don't know, I really honestly this might be my least. No, wait. I don't know.
Before you say.
I know. I was gonna
We're
say.
not there. We're not there yet.
I know we have the next one, but I was gonna say this is honestly, maybe this is the worst episode of season 2 so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm saying it for the first time in my life. Well, there's. Hold on, let me just say this first. Chips Are Down is not the worst Koyoko episode. I finally said it. I finally said it. I know there's kind of. I know there.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Good flash. I'm sorry, but this episode's just so boring and bad. Like, and I know, and I forget, and I always forget we have Cat Bombshell, so that's probably actually at the bottom. But yeah, look at that. Good for you, fucking lottery episode. But yeah, this episode, I would give this episode like a D. I don't even care.
Oh, this is Missing Link.
Yeah, this is Missing Link. Should be the missing episode.
I think it's not like a good episode. I personally kind of like it, but it's not like one that I'm just like, oh hey, you want to watch Lyoko? I recommend this one. It's not like that at all.
Yeah, it's just nothing. There's really nothing good. I don't know. I'm just keep going back to it. I'm just like, I really don't see anything at all I like with this episode.
I mean, it has a Sector 5 trip, which is always fun. It shows some like Sissy being not a jerk, which is cool. It had some funny one-liners with Sissy being like, oh, less sexy. That was funny at the very least.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Dang, my keyboard's slow.
And I don't know. I think just overall it was it had its flaws, but I wouldn't say it's like to me personally, I would say it's like bottom C, but I don't think it's D worthy.
Yeah, I don't know. I have really nothing good to say about this episode. It's just kind of like, it's just very this episode is the definition of meh to me. It's like I didn't care about the subplot a lot with Sissy and then this one drags too. This one like is pretty slow of an episode. Yeah, I just nothing for me to say. And then just them going through Yumi's house. I'm just like,
I do like the joke of Odd like keeping watch, and then Auric comes down and he's just watching him play a game.
Yes,
like, dude.
Yeah, he's just on his Game Boy. Yeah.
So they keep.
Yeah, it's probably playing
dumbass.
Mario Kart or Mega Man. I don't know.
Yeah, and then the Lyoko scenes are just not that great either. So I'm honestly
also fond of the screenshot I took because that their poses when like Sissy just bursts open the door and they're just like, whoa.
Where?
I don't know. I think it's funny. The screenshot that we're using for this episode.
Oh.
It's a little.
Oh yeah, that's a very cartoony. I never really got to look too close at it. I just see the first thing I'm looking at really is Sissy, and I didn't really realize how their poses were. That's funny. It's like a very anime thing.
Yeah.
And they do that sometimes throughout the show. So, thank you.
Oh God, yeah.
But yeah, just not a lot at all in this episode that I just have to keep it at a D. This is a very forgetful episode in my opinion, but so we got a D and a C. Okay, J-Man, you're next.
How do I rate The Missing Link?
Yeah.
Oh, again, it's like I'm really thinking. It's like I was thinking of putting it in C tier, but it's like this ain't too fun of it. It's just like what you said. This episode kind of dragged after a while.
Yeah.
Again, it's like
it's very long. It makes it feel longer than it is.
It really is, and it's like the thing that could have possibly saved this if they made like the Sissy thing at least a little more interesting. Because like again, it's like she acted nice out of nowhere. Like that makes you want to wonder, okay, where's her head at? But it was just left to the viewer's interpretation based off of what Aelita said. Like, hey, maybe she's just secretly a nice person. Maybe, who knows? But that doesn't even matter because she just goes back to how she usually was as soon as the next episode started and for the rest of the series. So it's
thank you, writers.
Yeah. So it's like
Other than
Fucking
that, what are
Luffy.
you left with? Like, what's the point of this episode? Oh, Ulrich should just be more trusting of Yumi and not just assume things. All right, we get it. But
Yeah,
like, they just
haven't
dragged it on after a while, and it's just like,
we've
like
seen that moral like 1,000 times up until now.
exactly. So it's like I was thinking of putting it in C, but it's like this ain't really that fun of an episode to watch. Like, I think this is probably my first D tier episodes out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What was our D tier? We had did we have, how many did we have for season 1?
We
Oh wait, I can
had
look
a
real quick.
few.
It's gonna show on my stream, but I'm just gonna look real quick. I'm just curious. You should already be loaded up. Come on. Okay, it's Big Bug and Swarming Attack. Those
Yeah.
are D ones. So, man, I think, and I would put that, and honestly, I would put Missing Link behind those too. Sorry,
Yeah.
but sorry, JT, you're next. What's your ranking?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, Yumi got trapped on Lyoko, and
That's
found
pretty cool.
Sissy, but overall, yeah, I give it D. It's very much, it felt like filler.
Yeah, I definitely would count it as filler, even though you have like the Xana trying to like uses that strategy to get her the keys. They don't know it's the keys yet, but Flower, you said C minus.
C minus, yeah. I personally don't think this episode quite, for me, it doesn't quite fall into D territory, just because it does have a few things going for it, even if it's not enough to like really push it up the ranks, but it's not like a totally awful, forgettable episode, at least not to me. So I know it's probably going to get a D tier because everyone else has said D, but like,
Honestly, I thought I was gonna be the only D. I think I saw it. I had a feeling this would be a C tier episode, which I'd be okay with. But I don't know. I'm like, every time I look back at it, I'm just like, yeah, I was close to doing C, and I was like,
I'm
nah.
okay with this getting D by consensus, but me personally I rank it at a C minus.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Colton.
This is definitely not a D episode. It's a C episode.
All right.
Like
I just wouldn't.
I
watch
wouldn't say
this.
that's like the worst. It definitely is not the worst in the season, let alone in the series. I actually thought this episode was the one where Yumi and Odd switch bodies.
I know, me too. It's just
first of all.
I don't know why. It's just the. Yeah, I did too, but.
But I kind of forgot about this episode as well.
There's a reason.
But then, obviously realizing it. Why not? Obviously, the best part of this episode is when Yumi and Ilea use their foreheads to
God, that's so no. It's just.
I almost made that the screenshot, but I'm like, no, that's too weird, even for like a screenshot.
That would have been funny though, actually. But, yeah,
actually.
That would have been funny. But yeah, this is. Yeah, I didn't like that part either. But I wouldn't come back. I wouldn't rewatch this episode for sure. If I'm doing another rewatch, I would. This would be one of the ones I would probably skip, most likely. But.
Vigor, I appreciate that. Bro, you want to connect foreheads?
They knew what they were doing when they made the foreheads huge. Yeah. And then they decided, and then throughout the series, they would just dump little seeds and tell you, "Yes, we know what we did."
Oh my God!
We admit.
I just wow. Well, we'll get to it, but Vigor says that
you
they love Caddick. I didn't read. Vigor says that they love Caddick Bombshell. That's a hot take.
I saw that too.
Yeah, that's a very hot take. A sweaty take.
I used to like Caddick Bombshell. My opinion has changed, but.
Oh, hey George.
As you've changed.
As we're.
I forgot.
You forgot?
Oh, whoops. Oh, that we were doing this.
I didn't know you were even planning on coming.
we can still get your ranking. What do you think of Missing Link, the episode from season 2?
That's quick summary.
Okay, So this is the one where Xana uses a schizozoa on Yumi, steals part of her DNA code, so she's kind of stuck on Lyoko forever.
Oh, yeah.
You have
I
S, A,
would-
B, C,
I
or
would-
D?
B. I think that one was
Oh
fun
God.
because like Sissy had to like pretend to be something she's not,
Oh, interesting.
and it's just nice to see Sissy kind of suffer through something when she's kind of always getting what she wants almost.
She wasn't really
Yeah.
suffering though. She offered to help.
Well, she still got humiliated at the end. They were all making
Yeah,
fun of her.
yeah.
And
And
she
to
had
be
to like
honest, I
sweet
was-
talk her dad
oh.
out of getting a harsh punishment. So
It's also the fact that she also offered some help shows that she has some humanity left.
yes,
Yes,
Some.
some humanity left. Where did it go?
I don't know.
No
Oh,
one
Xana
knows.
took it.
That's her psychiatrist's problem, not mine.
Xana took it. Need to figure out which episode that was. Actually, I was leaning towards a B, honestly, at first. But then everyone was saying like B
You don't-
and C, and I was
You
like,
don't,
okay, fine. I'll
okay.
give
Don't
it
let
a
that
C.
don't let that change your unless what we actually say changes. But just because everyone is saying a lower than what you were thinking, don't make that change it. You could go with your heart, man. So if you want to change it, you can.
Well,
They just goes to D instead.
B. Yeah,
B?
I'm
Okay.
gonna give it a B. Like I went for a B, and I'm just gonna stand by it. So B
Alright,
it
man.
is.
So now that makes this episode become a C.
Yeah.
Thank God.
All right, fair
And
enough.
it's gonna stay behind St. Valentine's Day. I hope everyone can agree with that.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. And now it's 8:01 Eastern. Now we finished pretty much almost on the dot there. Our 3 hours are up, so we'll continue again next Saturday at 5 p.m.
Starting
Eastern.
with chips are
Starting-
down.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Yep.
fun.
Yeah, So yeah, I was hoping we would start it with Mayor Buta, but this will be interesting that we're gonna start with Chips Are Down and then Mayor Buta because those are two opposites of each other.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Two
Oh, yeah.
episodes I want to talk
And
about.
I don't know how man, because like I said, I hated Chips Are Down so much. Flower knows more than anyone here, but and Wazy, but he's not here. But it's such a bad episode in my opinion. The only thing that saves it, and I forget that it happens, is possessed Nicholas. That's the only thing that kind of saves it, and I don't think, and it's probably going to be rated higher than.
Yeah,
I gotta-
Chips Are Down has more going for it than I think most people give credit for. But
Yeah,
we
I
will
just
talk about
yeah,
that next
I just
week.
don't. Yeah, I just don't like that main plot, bro. Just say it.
I'm
Why's it got to
gonna-
be a plot? Why's it got to be a thing?
I'm not gonna say anything right now.
Yeah,
All I'm
yeah.
gonna say is that I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate hate.
I'm happy I'm not alone. But we'll
We're not
see
getting
if.
to the Code Lyoko episode I hate until season 4.
Yeah, well, we have another one of those too. We have. Oh, there's a lot. There's a couple of those actually that those filler ones in season 4. I'm just like, why? But we'll get to those. Yeah, I think nothing else to say here. I think we'll end the stream. So again,
All right.
thanks for everyone showing up.
That was a great stream. I
Yeah.
can't wait to do two because I can't wait to talk about the season finale of season
Oh yeah,
two.
I can't wait for that too. That's one of my
I'm
favorites.
excited about the episode before the season finale. Actually,
Oh,
that's
Revelations.
my favorite.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a fun
cool.
one too. It's a very fun one too.
We only got through 7 episodes today. I think it's going to be a bit before we get to the finale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like what about a quarter of the season we did today.
Yeah.
So this is it's expected. Season 2. We got
season
more
two's thick.
season 2 episodes. It's thick. With
Can't
four
wait
Cs,
till we get
bro.
to Xana's Kiss, yo.
Xana's Kiss is actually one that's pretty. I actually like that. That one was enjoyable. Actually, it's weird, but it was actually not bad. It's not actually a bad episode.
I'm gonna hold off. On
Oh my
my
God.
I
thoughts
know.
on that one.
I know. It's a weird episode, but I thought it was funny. And definitely.
We
not
obviously
bad.
need Wezzy here for common interest because we're gonna
Oh,
talk about
yeah.
Peter Duncan.
Yeah, Peter Duncan episode, and then thank you, Flower, for making that the thumbnail because I would have been upset.
Literally.
I knew if I didn't do Peter Duncan, y'all would come after me.
Yeah.
Perfect
Oh
thumbnail.
my
You know what's
God.
up.
Who?
Yeah.
Like, what episode is this?
It's too good.
Common interest. That's the
Oh,
one
you
where
don't know
Vanna
the meme.
possesses like a criminal and has him break out of like a prison transport
Yeah.
Oh
truck.
no! I know what episode this is. It's just like without the Peter Duncan the screenshot.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what episode is
Peter
this?
Duncan. Yeah, it's his first time possessing a criminal.
That's one of the top ones.
Yes, it has to be.
Peter
If you don't
Duncan's
put it
kind of
S
an
tier.
in-joke
Yeah.
amongst us, so
Yeah.
Yeah, even on the other like servers I'm part of, like Duncan's like a meme. Like out of every other like forgettable NPC in Lyoko, everyone remembers Peter Duncan for some reason. He has one line of speaking dialogue.
Oh man.
I didn't remember Peter Duncan until I jumped in and saw the meme, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. With you hang out with the Project Eradication gang a good amount, and then you become a part of it eventually.
Peter Duncan.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
You're
I
welcome.
still have not.
You're welcome. One of us. Actually, Vigor, I think you were. If I'm thinking, I don't know if you're in the server, aren't you? In that PE server, at least. Am I thinking of someone else? I might be thinking of someone else. I thought because I remember someone. I might be thinking of someone else. I guess we'll find out. It's a generic name. You know, it's not common. I'll tell you that, and pun unintended. I don't think it's a common name. I don't ever hear any Peter Duncans out there. Yeah. I think I'm thinking of someone else because there was someone else who joined the Peter Duncan raid we had a few years back.
Yeah.
I think they also started with the B.
I've got to
So.
get off. I got to make food. I get some stuff done. It was very nice to talk and see all y'all again.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
See you again next weekend, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully. Well, you're not doing a stream next weekend because on the 3rd, remember we had the
That's
Lyoko.
not next weekend. That's still 2
You're
weeks.
right. I
That's,
forgot that was.
that's not next weekend though. No, we still have another August left, the 26th, and then we will not do one on Saturday on the 2nd. We will do our all day VC on the 3rd, just hanging out, reacting to stuff that come out, and So thanks everyone for coming. We will be streaming again the same time, and we'll see how much we get. Hopefully, we'll have Wazy and some others next weekend as well. So thank you. Bye.
Tower deactivated.
Because